too much. It's too much.
Yes.
It's too much for me, man.
We almost died like 8 times on the way here.
TGS. Oh, yeah. Well, there's that. I mean, yes. We almost got in like 3 car accidents because people in this town are fucking nuts.
Yeah.
I was talking about the news, though.
Oh, well, there is a lot of that, too.
It's a veritable news tsunami today. So welcome back, everybody, to the RageSelect podcast right here on RageSelect. I'm Jeff.
And I'm Mike.
You know, sometimes
we almost died.
I almost said the dojo because I'm so kerfuffled about people. It was 1 lane, man. I don't know why they thought there were 2 lanes. It was like we were 1 lane and then the aggressive guy tried to pass us. And then everybody else was like, I guess there's 2 lanes now. And they all went to do the same thing. And then they started honking at me. Like, why are you so far in my lane? I'm like, there is no lane. Anyway, that's what happened. But we have no time for that because it's TGS. And we have Sony, Microsoft, Capcom, RGG, the Yakuza guys. We got a Kojima thing.
We got a lot of stuff.
We got a lot, as well as like Devolver and a few. You know what?
There was a Devolver one?
Well, no, we have just Devolver being a dick. Like, anyway. So, unlike most podcasts, we are not going to talk about what we watched or did or talked about last week because there's just literally no time for it.
No.
We're jumping right in. It's been like 1 minute. I hope you guys are ready. Buckle up, because here we go. We're going to start with the PlayStation. We got a state of play. Last week it was rumored that we were going to get it, and we got it, and it was actually pretty meaty.
It was actually legitimately this time.
When we get to the Xbox ones, we're going to really gloss over Xbox and Capcom because this was a lot of like, hey, you know that thing? Here's one new detail about that thing, and I'm like, bitch, I ain't got time for that. There was a fucking Kojima trailer this week. Like,
yeah, Xbox is like the equivalent of Carl Weathers being like, hey, there's still some meat on bones.
Right.
You got a stew going, baby.
Right. I don't need to see Phil Spencer like awkwardly say Japanese.
I laughed out loud. I laughed so hard when I saw that.
Anyway. Okay, Sony, state of play. Let's go. We start out with Soros, the new game from Housemarque, which looks a lot like Orange Returnal to me.
Yeah, I was reading the comments because I decided to watch the trailer by itself, and everyone's like, so this is just Returnal, but like really cool still, because people really like Returnal.
Yeah.
As the thing. And from what we know about this is that it's going to be a nicer Returnal to the players, if that makes sense. Because the thing about Returnal is very unforgiving when it came to like progress.
Yeah, you had to get good, noob.
Yeah.
And I was like,
yeah.
I refuse. But yeah, this is Returnal. This is a lot like Returnal. It's a third-person action game. We saw like a little teaser for this. I think it was a couple
state of plays ago, I think.
Yeah. There's a shield. There's like a block button now, which is good.
And it looks like you could effectively use it. Like it never mentioned like a limit to it either.
I kept looking at the UI trying to figure it out, and there's definitely some kind of like charging it up as it hits and then unleashing a power. And then also, like you were telling me, and they talked about in here, there's going to be like upgrades that stick with you between runs.
Yes.
Which is, I'm like, okay, all right. Because I think that they realized that, like, Returnal might have been bigger if it didn't just kick you right in the fucking nuts, and then as soon as you got up, kicked you in the nuts right a second time.
Yeah, because everyone was very excited for it. And then it came out, and everyone I knew who played it was like, look, the game plays really well, but I'm not getting anywhere because all I'm doing is dying every 20 seconds.
Yeah.
And then when I get somewhere, they're like, and then I die, and then I can't get back there again.
Yeah. And there's like a lot of like weird... There's a lot of everything's very orange and brown, and there's a lot of like strange story here about like the sun and memories and gods and stuff like that.
Yeah, like there's some teasing as to what the main objective is of the story.
Yeah.
And they got Raul Coley to be the main character.
Right.
Who's for people who don't know, he's in a lot of Mike Flanagan shows.
Okay.
He was the sheriff in what the hell's the name of the Midnight Mass, for instance.
Oh, okay.
Was one of the things, and he was also an iZombie. But he's like a really fun actor. He's a huge gamer too. He also did the voice for the character in Space Marine Gunbolt.
Oh, okay.
He's the Space Marine in Gunbolt.
Okay. Oh yeah, there's also like a Sekiro second chance mechanic where when you die you get another chance to jump back into the action. So anyway,
that was the upgrade they mentioned, that you can get like a second one.
Right.
So that was like a thing that you get a second chance and then a second chance.
Yeah. So yeah, all in all, I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I'm less like the story stuff that they showed in this is less interesting to me than the weird Returnal time loop lady house.
Well,
like,
that stuff was just
stuff,
like that was like a psychological thriller, which made that one more very interesting. Where this feels more like Returnal Doom. If that makes sense.
Yeah. There's more like Souls bosses, like big guys.
You're also praising the sun, I guess.
Weird
I don't really know.
shit. So yeah, but we also got a release date, March 20th of 2026.
I'm very excited because I wanted to like Returnal. And I think this will be more my jam because it's going to be a little nicer to me.
Yes, I'm hoping to enjoy a Housemarque game. Like it's not even like a dig against Housemarque, but just the style of games they make. I'm like, yeah, but not for me. Thank you.
They made a third-person shoot 'em up. Or not bullet hell shoot 'em up,
right?
And it's like, oh shit, this is actually harder than I thought it would be.
yeah.
Even though I really liked the story, I think I ended up googling the story of Returnal because I was like, I'm never gonna finish this.
Yeah, I kept waiting for them to tone it down. I think they did tone it down a little bit.
They did eventually, but by then I lost interest.
Yeah. So yeah, that's one of the nice things about this is pretty much everything had either a release date or a release window in this conference,
which was very nice especially for one of them.
Next up, we got Zero Parades for Dead Spies. This is the Disco Elysium game that Zaum is making. So they had the big exodus of all the creators, and everybody's making different games.
So this is the other people. These are the people that left one.
No,
or is this the one who stayed?
These are the people that stayed. All the creatives left. All the people that did the original Disco Elysium left, and then the company that made the entire game, they stayed together. That was Zaum. That's who's making this.
Wait, no. So hold on. So wait, who made? Which was the company that made Disco Elysium?
This is the company.
So this is the company that made Disco Elysium.
But
these are the people that stayed there.
The creatives that left. This is what's
because they made another game. They made another company to make another game, right?
They made 3 different companies that are making 3 different games.
Well, that was the thing. I was trying to remember. that was why I was like, who is this again? Yes. That was the thing I kept remembering.
This is the company that literally did the programming and the development and the marketing and all that stuff based on the story and the writing and everything. And you know what? This looks fucking exactly like Disco Goddamn Elysium. I
don't think that's a bad thing necessarily.
No, absolutely not.
But it depends on the story, I think.
It's got a kind of a weird spy aspect where they're talking about activating agents and getting the team back together. And there's some kind of they show roles and chances, very much like we just took Disco Elysium, the same art style, the same. I mean, there's probably some slight differences, but this is 70% the same DNA as Disco Elysium.
Yeah.
Who knows what the story is, but the animation and the art and everything has a very similar aesthetic to everything that we saw in Disco Elysium. Also, that lady who's the main character is trying to birth a boar or something and gets her hand stuck up the back of a
I did
pig
see
at
that,
one
yeah.
point. I'm like, what? You know what, Michael? I like Disco Elysium, but it's not my favorite game that I've ever played in my entire life, and I don't get all up on its nuts like everybody else. But I want to give every one of these a shot to see where the juice was. Right?
Yeah, which is what we should do, because that's the thing, is that happens all the time where it's man, I really like this game, or I really like this comic or whatever, and then turns out the thing you liked was the guy who left.
Right.
And then, so you end up following that guy, essentially.
Or sometimes not. Or sometimes you follow the guy that left, and it was oh no.
Yeah, it turns out you were just the guy who was just sort of hanging out in the background.
Turns out you can make a Borderlands game without Randy Pitchford.
It turns out, yeah. That would be fun. But no, it's that happens all the time with games, and actually not just even games, television shows, movies, all the time. I know right now we're sort of trying to figure out which one of the Coen brothers is probably the bad one,
right?
Since they split up.
But I definitely like the art style in this. I like the way it looks. It looks like it might have a little bit more. It might be a little bit more violent, I think, than Disco Elysium.
That probably is because they probably got more money to make this too.
Yeah, I mean, the company probably has a shitload of money after how well regarded Disco Elysium was.
That's true.
So.
Yeah.
But everything I like the way the art style lines up. I like the way everything looks. I like the vibe, the weird tenor and tone to it. So I'll definitely be giving this a shot. It's just the question is, it's hard to tell from a trailer, a montage of good looking pieces. Whether
what was the thing when I remember
good or bad.
Disco Elysium's trailers came out, I'm like, I don't know what I'm looking at, type of thing. But it turns out to be one of people's favorite games of all time. So
coming in 2026, no specific release date. Microsoft Flight Simulator is going to be on PlayStation.
When I found this out, I was like, man, they really just don't give a shit about anything anymore, Microsoft, do you?
The console wars mean nothing. Yeah. They mean absolutely nothing.
Congratulations, PlayStation, on winning the console war.
Yes.
Because holy shit.
December 8th, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 is coming to the PS5.
You know what would be funny if it ran way better on a PS5 than it ever did an Xbox?
Well, I mean, it's going to be on PS5 Pro.
That's true.
Probably. I mean, and like, there's nothing to say about this. It looks like Microsoft Flight Simulator. Great. The sky is calling.
Maybe they'll add some PlayStation thing to it. I don't know.
From there, I saw this trailer, Michael, and I was like, oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot. So this was like a bunch of military dudes, like doing military dude stuff. They're like, fucking Alpha team is on target. And they're like, fire on my mark. And there's like a bunch of dudes on a street. And I was like, oh, this is Call of Duty? And it was like, no, this is the single player campaign for Battlefield.
Oh, yeah.
Because you remember that game is going to have a single player campaign.
It's also being made. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah. And like, I think I kind of, like, I took for granted when I played the Battlefield beta, like, it looked really, it was visually very arresting and nice, like with Frostbite and stuff. This looks all right. I mean, but who knows? This could go Battlefield 4, or this could go Battlefield 2042. Or
I don't know, Jeff. You loved Hardline, right?
Well, this is not Hardline. Like, the thing is that Battlefield, I didn't especially care for the Battlefield 4 campaign, but there wasn't any reason why that couldn't have been good. It just wasn't.
It just had a bad story.
It just wasn't the best thing.
It played fine.
And this is very much that, like, well, what we know from the story, like a bunch of nations like split off from the UN, because remember, it's all about the UN nowadays.
That's right. Yeah. Well, the other one was NATO.
Right. They split off. Oh no. They split off from the UN or NATO or whatever, and they're making their own thing. And our guys got to go in there and shoot a bunch of dudes. I gotta tell you, by not hearing the audio to this trailer, Michael, you're not missing anything. It's just a bunch of jargon.
Oh, I doubted it. Yeah.
And a bunch of platitudes, and there's nothing in here where they're like. Like, I'd love to be able to say, like, if you're listening to audio, they're like, dude, I can't believe you fucked that horse. Like, or something where you're like, wait, what?
No, it's never going to be that. It's going to be like, Delta 5, fuck that horse.
Right.
It's exactly. Like, okay, cool. That makes sense. Delta, maybe fuck that horse means something else.
I got FTH on target. It's like, yep. But I don't know. I think you're seeing this for the first time. It looks like a good.
It looks fine.
It looks like a good. I mean, Black Ops is like. Oh my God, you're inside the cyber mind with fucking Milo Ventimiglia or whatever.
Yeah.
And here it's just like Alpha 2 knocked down that building and fucking let's roll tanks over to Brooklyn. And I'm like, okay,
and it
sure.
gets to some people that are like, am I supposed to know who that guy is?
Nope. Nope. I'm pretty sure this is all original. So it's just a bunch of dudes and one lady yelling and screaming and shooting stuff up. And I'm like, okay.
These trailers need more A-Team themes is all I'm saying.
Yeah. It would be great if they had a mission where you had to do that, where they had to make you do that, the thing where he jumps out and he shoots the rocket and then gets back in the airplane.
I would definitely do that. That'd be amazing. And this is pretty soon, isn't it?
Yeah, it's October 11th, so it's like right around the corner. It's like a couple of weeks away.
I wonder if there's like the 10th. Okay.
October 10th. Well.
Is that like the special thing edition?
I don't know if there's an early access. I don't know if it's 10th or 11th. It's somewhere around there. But so yeah, looking good. I don't know. It says October 10th on the PlayStation thing, so maybe
the single player comes out earlier. I don't know.
Who knows?
That might happen actually.
From there, we got the announcement of Deus Ex Remastered of all things.
This caught me completely off guard. we found this out on accident. We were recording and we were looking through the PlayStation store.
Yep.
Because I guess they added it right after
for pre-order.
The play had happened. Because we were like, oh, is this just a re-release? Is it already out? And then you looked at it like, oh, this is a remaster.
Yeah. Like, they definitely went in and, like, redid character models and stuff. The only really weird thing as I watched this trailer, Michael, is that I realized that, like the character models look a lot better now. But Deus Ex was always a very empty game.
Yes.
Like, wide open game with huge areas that were just, like, kind of full of not that much. And they have not fixed that. So
no, it is the ironic, or not ironic. It's the thing that's always really funny when they do some remasters. Because, like, well, do we make it more lived in, or do we just like leave it as is so we don't change the core, everything? And that's an argument that everybody has all the time.
Like, yeah, there's a lot of stuff what they're showing here where it's just like, okay, there's a lot of nothing.
No, it's like one or two enemies on screen type of thing.
Yeah.
Also, everyone's super shiny.
Very shiny.
That's the other issue I have.
It's the next gen. We're in the next gen. We're in the next Jennifer. It's
it looks like everyone got covered in oil at some point.
I don't know. I mean, it's fine to do a remaster. I wonder if this will do any actual numbers. It's it's a very well beloved game. It's a good game.
Sure, yeah.
But I don't know. I think I would almost rather just get. I'm sure that some fan group out there has their own like ultra remaster that they did.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's coming February 5th. I don't know, Michael. Will you be buying Deus Ex remastered on day one?
I don't know. I never played the original one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I never had a way of doing it back in the day.
I don't let it get too overhyped for you, but it is a very good game. Like,
no, I'm sure it is. It's just that, but it happens a lot with these older games where I play them. I'm like, I get why, because I'm one of those people that like has the appreciation ability.
Yeah,
but there's a lot of people that are going to be like, well, I don't understand why this was such a big thing.
Sure.
So because
you played all the stuff that came after and iterated.
Yeah.
Why would I watch Dragon Ball when there's Demon Slayer?
Yeah, basically that's literally what it is. Because that happens all the time. You'll meet like a teenager, and he'll be like, I was really into Mobile Suit Gundam, and you show them it, and you're like, why is everybody off model at all times? And he'd be like, look, the war crimes is what carries the show.
I remember hearing that attitude one time of like fucking somebody who was like, yeah, I really liked World of Warcraft, so I tried reading those Lord of the Rings books and they were just boring as shit, and I was like,
that happens all the time.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, exactly. It's like but I am of the ilk that loves appreciating like older games.
Yeah,
because I play older games all the time.
Let's see. After that, we got a little bit more of an in-depth look into Halloween, the game that got announced a little while back. It might have been Summer Games Fest.
Yeah, it was, because I remember us thinking it was a different thing.
I gotta say,
I thought it was something.
Every player character in this looks stoned as shit. Like they all have this very bored, neutral expression on their face.
I think it helps for their character.
They show how Michael Myers kind of has the power to basically like shadow warp around the map, so you could just kind of come out of nowhere around a corner or something like that.
That's pretty fun.
Which is pretty fun. And it looks like the survivors have like guns and knives and bats and shit. But the thing is, it's like they can knock down Michael Myers, but then like, he just like stands back up again and then continues to chase down those naughty teens.
I love the animation of him getting up, by the way.
Yeah, where it's just like he just sits up really slow like. I don't know. This is really rough around the edges for a fucking 2025 video game, but like...
Well, it comes out next year is the thing.
Still.
But you also have to remember, this is being made by the people who've made like a dozen of these.
Yeah.
And not all of them have been great.
Yes.
Because you remember the last one we played of theirs.
Was it Killer Clowns?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one was rough.
Was that Killer Clowns? Was that Ilphonic?
That was the last one that I played.
But was that Ilphonic?
I think it was, if I remember correctly. I can Google it real quick. Shouldn't take me too long.
Let's see. I'm gonna do my own. I'm gonna do my own Googling.
That game, man, our game was rough.
Yeah. Let's see. Ilphonic Games, Halloween. Yep. Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Because I like the Ghostbusters one, but even that one's a little rough around the edges. And the Predator one was very rough.
Predator, yeah. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, somebody's got to take on Dead by Daylight, so
that's true.
Let's see. After that, we got. This is one of those we're going to gloss over because I don't want to spend too much time on this. Last Epoch is like a free-to-play ARPG Diablo-style game that came out a little while back on the PC.
Oh, yeah.
They're porting it to the PlayStation 5. They also announced that they're doing a big expansion called Orobis that is also going to be released the same day that the PS5 version comes out.
Oh, that's fun.
So like it'll be a paid DLC for the PC, and then it'll be part of the launch for the PS5 version.
Nice.
Seven Deadly Sins is stupid and I hate it.
That was an anime that everybody really liked, and then everybody stopped caring pretty quickly.
Yeah, I've never watched it. I'm just being a snarky jerk. One thing I did realize in this trailer, Michael, was that I was like, why is Netmarble making this? And it's because there's like 4-player online dungeon raids, and I'm like,
yeah, because I thought it was like an MMO or something, right?
It's like a single player. It's like Pokemon. It's like a single player game where then there's like multiplayer sections. And I'm like, I don't care about any of this. Just take it away. Take it away from me. Go watch some other person who likes this anime talk about it. I've got other animes to make apologies for. Sonic Racing Crossworld. Speaking of things, this is the Jeff don't like it section of the podcast.
That's because you don't take enough Tylenol, Jeff.
Yes, that's right. I actually took a Tylenol right before we started. So
and you don't like Sonic now? What do you mean? Sorry, you guys. That only makes sense if you watch the news lately.
Oh boy, Mega Man and Proto Man are in Sonic Racing.
I love Proto Man a lot, but it doesn't make me want to buy a Sonic Racing.
There's
game.
also a Dr. Wily stage that has a bunch of Wily shit,
which is fun.
Also, it's paid DLC.
Yes.
Like it's day one paid DLC.
Well, wasn't it even not day one, if I remember correctly?
Oh no, that's right. It's coming next year.
Yeah, which is crazy. It's a show.
It's coming. It's coming. Yeah, I think it said it was coming later on.
Yeah, because the game itself is coming out, but the DLC was like next year or something,
or at some point in the future,
February or something.
Let's see. After that, we got the Neo 3 trailer. It's a lot of Neo.
At the release date too, right?
Yeah. February 6th of next year.
It was a lot of more story stuff.
Yep.
A lot of story stuff.
Yep. I mean, all I saw was like Neo.
It's hard not to see Neo. Yeah.
We got Onis, we got Oni powers, we got a bunch of big boss fights. Fucking, I like the Neo series, so I'm actually psyched.
And you were a big fan of the demo when we played it.
I like the way in the demo that we switched between the ninja and the samurai loadouts. And like it looks real nice. Team Ninja knows what they're doing. Yeah, I'm all on board. I'm 100%. But I don't need any more convincing. And there wasn't anything in this demo that was like, oh my god, I can't believe that they're adding fucking kart racing to Neo 3. So
added Mega Man's to Neo 3.
Mega Man's to Neo 3.
Mega Man and Proto Man. Unlock his shield or whatever.
Yeah.
That would be really funny.
I think yesterday when you and we were recording while this was happening, and I think you were watching it on your phone, and I think that you were trying to watch it on your phone, and you were like, oh, that's... Wait, hold on before you move on. Also, Dynasty Warriors 3 remake.
Yes.
For some reason. I don't know. Why 3? Why not 1? Why not...
This is happening a lot lately, where somebody's like, we're remaking a game from the past. And like, oh, so you're starting from the first one? No. Absolutely not.
Metal Gear 3, Snake Eater. I mean, at least that's chronologically the first one. I don't know if this is chronologically the first one.
Yeah, but Silent Hill 2 got one, and that wasn't chronologically the first one either.
I mean, maybe Dynasty Warriors 3 is like the Silent Hill 2 of Dynasty Warriors. That's a sentence.
If it was, it would have been the Gundam one.
Yeah. So yeah, when I asked Michael what was going on the stream, he said some anime bullshit, and I'm pretty sure that's because they were showing off Code Vein 2.
Yeah, that's well, you picked me up as this was happening. This was Code Vein 2.
I gotta say, this trailer started, and I was like, God damn! God damn!
I thought the same thing too.
Like, that lady she's got back problems, man.
She's got huge tracts of land for the audience if you haven't seen this trailer. Because it's the first thing that you see.
This is a huge tracts of land. Yeah, it looks like a lot of Code Vein. Hard to get into specifics about what exactly, how veiny these codes are, because it just looks like a bunch of weird time traveling future vampire bullshit.
Yeah,
and I don't know what happened in the first Code Vein, Michael. So
I don't either.
It'd be like if you just showed a regular person the trailer for Devil May Cry 5, they would be like, well, that seems pretty cool, but I don't know why you're excited. Like, it's just a bunch of nonsense talk to me.
It's true. And Code Vein was the anime Dark Souls game.
Yep.
And so that making a sequel made sense, but I don't know anyone who finished that game.
Do you want to know? You want to know what I was disappointed about, though?
What's that?
They didn't show me a single character that had 8,000 things added to the character before they started, because we probably made the RageSelect's greatest monster when we played Code Vein. That was a lot.
I remember that, yeah.
So I know we're going through this stuff kind of fast, but it's only because there's better stuff to talk about later than Code Vein 2, than dunking on Code Vein 2.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy Tactics, Ivalice Chronicles is out. I think it's out at this point.
I think it's already out at this point.
Oh, no, September 30th. It's coming out this next week.
Yeah, then pretty soon. If probably, well, no, it's already... It's the
25th, yeah.
So when did it say?
The 30th.
Okay, so Tuesday?
Yeah.
So like a day or two after you guys listen to this.
Yep. I don't think there's really anything to say about that. Everything that needs to be said has already been said.
Funny story. A friend of mine tried explaining the story to me, and he's like, "Your best friend," but he said Chocobo at the same time.
Yeah.
So I thought he said that your best friend was a talking Chocobo, and I was like, "How have I never heard of this game?"
I would play that. Speaking strange things. Let It Die is back for a third round because there was another Let It Die.
I remember the second one. Yeah.
Let It Die Inferno is an extraction shooter. Now, just so everybody knows, Let It Die stopped having any part of Suda 51 a long time ago.
Yes, it stopped after the first one.
Yes. So Let It Die Inferno is basically going to be Let It Die, but an extraction shooter. All of the footage they showed was blurry as shit. Like, I don't know what the problem is, but like everything was very unfocused and motion blurred, and it kind of makes it look like garbage. So
it doesn't really look all that good to begin with. But that's because that first one had a really interesting charm to it.
Yeah,
and then the second one was like kind of okay.
Like I said, it was like a battle royale.
Yeah,
and then this one's extraction shooter, so
and it just looks dumb.
But what if it was in the Let It Die universe? And I'm like, I've thought about it, Michael, and I might need to go find one extraction shooter to try. But I have a feeling I'm not going to enjoy that genre.
Oh, I've never enjoyed one.
When somebody comes at you, you lose all your shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, fuck that. I want my shit.
I haven't liked a single extraction shooter they've ever made.
Yeah. December 3rd of this year, Let It Die Inferno is coming out.
It was funny because their character models remind me of, what was that one game that was like really hard that was like a Souls type game? You remember the I'm trying to remember the name of it.
Tell me more than that.
They had the trench coats. They made a sequel that turned out to be a prequel or whatever about dragons or some shit.
Dragons.
I can't remember.
Trench coat dragons, huh?
I don't remember the name of it anymore.
Okay.
It was you guys know what I'm talking about, but their character models remind me of that.
Okay.
I'll have to look it up later.
I do like the fact that when you die, your spine rips out of your body and then shoots back up to be extracted. So
it was a multiplayer game as well, by the way.
It was a multiplayer game.
Yeah.
With dragons?
There was a lot of fungus and stuff everywhere, if I remember correctly.
Fungus.
You had like a hat, and when we did it, you kept dying a billion times on the first boss or something.
That happens a lot on this channel. I don't know. You got to be more specific.
That's the problem. I used to know it, but I don't remember the name of it.
I'll think about it.
I might be fucking up his description too.
An interesting game, Chronoscript, The Endless End, is like a it's like a Metroidvania where you're playing like a character that's trapped in like a book. You're like an editor that gets sucked into this weird manuscript, and it's kind of got like the pages are out, so you're fighting across them, but then there's like some of that plucky squire, like things from outside the pages are affecting you.
Oh, okay.
And you can kind of like, there's like ink wells that you can kind of swim through to get to another section.
That was the name of the game I was thinking of.
Oh, Remnant. Yeah, okay.
They look like the character models from Remnant.
Okay.
Especially the first one. Yeah. Sorry, that was a tangent, guys. Sorry about that.
It's all right. I like the second one. I like the second one a lot. But yeah, Chronoscript, The Endless End. This is like, it seems okay.
Yeah, it looks okay.
It looks okay.
The problem is the character is so far away, if that makes sense, because they're very tiny.
The whole thing is very hand drawn with like a lot of like hatching and stuff, and so it's very busy to look at.
Yeah.
I think that's what, like, it's kind of hard to differentiate between what's happening.
Yeah, since they're so small, I'm having a hard time seeing where they would be on the screen.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe in the hand it feels better, and I do like a good Metroidvania, but like,
true, especially like a weird meta thing.
Yeah,
actually, I'm a big fan of that too.
Could be. We also got the release date for Crimson Desert.
Oh yeah, this thing.
This is the what do they call it?
It was the Warframe thing, right?
No,
the people who made that.
Nope. This is a spin-off of Black Desert Online.
Oh, that's right.
There was a third-person action MMO.
I'm thinking of the other one.
And it's like a single-player game. So it's not an online game, but it's kind of using what they learned, but it's not the same universe, but it's similar or something, or it's like a prequel. I don't know, man. Like,
it looked kind of cool though.
It doesn't look bad, but it looks like Kirkland brand Dragon's Dogma to me, and I'm like, I need to see somebody give it like a really good score, and then I'll go check it out.
That's fair, actually. Yeah.
I'm not going to check it out sight unseen because it does kind of look generic as shit. So
yeah, the gameplay itself would really sell me on it or not.
Yeah,
because it looks like it could be cool, but once I get it in my hands, that's what really will change it.
Yeah. I never played Black Desert Online. I don't know anything about it.
I don't either.
March of next year, March 19th, 2026. Then we got the new era. We got some PlayStation brand speakers.
Yeah.
I don't entirely understand these PlayStation brand speakers, Michael, because they're like wireless. So you could charge them up and then move them around to other places. I don't know about you, but I haven't moved the speakers that are by my computer or the ones that are by my TV for my PlayStation. I don't need those to be like mobile. I don't need to pick them up and take them to another room with me or anything. Like,
well, that was the thing. Their explanation for them only made sense in one way, but in the stupidest way possible.
Yeah,
which is that you could use your PlayStation Portal on them,
right,
and take them somewhere.
Like they have this setup in their little virtual thing where it's like a person with a desk with a computer, and it comes with like a USB-C PlayStation Link thing to link to the speakers, and they're like, or you could put your PlayStation 5 on your desk and connect that to your computer monitor. I'm like, well, no, I have like a television for my PlayStation, I have a monitor for my computer,
and I have my own computer speakers for my computer.
And yeah, those already have speakers with like a subwoofer and all kinds of shit.
So the Portal's the only one that makes sense to me.
I do like
because like I could see myself like being in my room and having them behind me or something.
The only thing that makes sense for me is that like I am using my TV speakers as the speakers for my game. So I could buy these and replace my PC speakers with them, and then when I want to play PlayStation, I could like unhook them and move them over towards my TV.
That's true.
To get better, because they do have this weird tilt thing where they like blast everything everywhere. I don't know. The biggest question with these, I like the peripherals that PlayStation has made. How much?
That's the thing.
How much?
That could be very expensive or very cheap. There's no in between.
If they're like $80, I might consider them. If they're like $300,
I was going to say like their fucking headphones are $100. I don't see that happening.
I don't know. Maybe
it's probably like $200. I'm expecting $200.
Yeah,
or $150 probably.
Maybe, or sometime next year, which is when these come out. This is going to be a podcast where I'm like, so I bought those PlayStation speakers.
Oh, you probably will, just to test it out, probably.
PlayStation Plus monthly games. Alan Wake 2 is the big one on the list. Last of Us is going to be on Game Catalog.
They also said the Goat Simulator 3, I think, was on there,
Goat
too.
Simulator 3 and Cocoon. The Classics is getting Tekken 3 and Soul Calibur 3.
Oh, nice.
As well as the Tomb Raider Anniversary.
I love Soul Calibur 3.
We got a quick thing where it's like there's going to be a big Gran Turismo 7 update in December with 2 new tracks and some new cars.
My favorite about the Gran Turismo one is the guy looks like he definitely does not want to be there.
Yes.
He's like looking around like, can I go now?
God of War 20th Anniversary DualSense wireless controller. That's the thing.
It's nice looking. It's just a white controller with the Kratos thing on the right side.
Yep. I don't need any more controllers. And then finally, what? Wolverine.
That finally happened.
We finally got to see some more Wolverine. We've been waiting for Wolverine for a long time.
It's been like 3-4 years.
Jeff Keighley couldn't get that shit at Summer Games Fest, but like, get that shit at TGS. So Insomniac's Wolverine game, we finally got a little trailer for it with some actual gameplay. It definitely looks like a Wolverine video game.
Yeah, this is the only thing that I'll say that's not bad necessarily is that I still don't really know that much about what you actually do in it outside of murder.
Right.
Which sounds like I'm complaining because I'm not, because I love. If anyone watched our X-Men Origins Wolverine,
we had a great time.
We are very excited for this idea.
Yeah.
So, but the thing about Wolverine and Spider-Man is Spider-Man can swing around a city and like hang out and stuff.
Very true.
And they show Wolverine like jumping from
like one roof to another lower roof.
So like, how does that work?
Yeah.
Like, is like a smaller area is my assumption?
We saw from the leaks, right, that there's like a whole investigative, like smelling the world part. Like what we see in this trailer is third-person action, driving a motorcycle, and some light platforming, but we don't get any real... Yeah, you're right. Spider-Man is a little bit easier of a sell because when you play a good Spider-Man game, you're like swinging between buildings in New York City. And when you play a good Wolverine game, you're just absolutely fucking turning guys into hamburger.
Yeah. There's no like point where you have to go from point A to point B. Right. That doesn't involve a lot of murder in the beginning.
I mean, I think like if you're gonna show something interesting off, like, I mean, don't get me wrong, like the graphics are all real nice. We see Omega Red, we see Mystique, we see some dudes I think are like Reavers maybe.
Yeah, I think it feels very much like the Reavers are like a good excuse for them to just slash as many things as possible.
I think I saw Jack from Tekken at one point in there.
I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest.
There's a lot of robot guys, which I'm like... I appreciate that there's a lot of robot guys with like robot arms and legs, and then he's like stabbing them in the face in the one part that's not robot.
Yeah.
Like, well, all my mercenaries got their arms and legs cut off by the Wolverine, and now they're back for revenge. He's like, oh, I got to stab in the face this time to make sure they don't come back a fourth time.
Keep stabbing them harder. And then there's the Sentinel at the very end. And again, I'm not saying I'm complaining type of thing. Yeah. I really want to see how this game plays.
Yes,
because I've played most Wolverine games, and a lot of them kind of dick around with you.
Yeah,
like you remember? Did you ever play the Nintendo Wolverine game?
Oh yes.
Yeah. Anytime you play that game, if you pull out your claws, you lose health. That was like, what the fuck game?
Yeah.
And so
that was like an LJN game or something.
Yeah, and then I played the Super Nintendo one, Adamantium Rage, I think is the name of it.
Yeah.
That was terrible.
Yep.
I played
wait a minute.
I played the PS2 game.
Yeah.
Wolverine's Revenge.
Yep.
That game was more of a stealth game than like a go around murdering things game.
Yeah.
Like when you pulled out your claws, you were like super slow for like zero reason. It was fucking weird as shit.
Yeah, I mean, so the question that I have is, I have no doubt that Insomniac is able to come up with a story and gameplay that I will like. They've had an excellent track record in that. This trailer did not tell me anything about the story, nor did the 4-minute developer interview afterwards, where we just fucking licked the butthole of the dude that's playing Wolverine.
Yes. Also, like the other thing is that I'm wondering, like upgrade wise, like when are we going to be looking at type of thing?
Laser claws. Get them laser claws.
Get those fire claws or whatever.
I don't know. I mean, like the thing is that I liked the weird healing part in Wolverine Origins, right?
Yes.
Like the way that worked was pretty cool. So I'd love to see something like that in here. But yeah, you're right. As like he's a melee character, you know, like he's also not catching helicopters when they crash.
Yeah,
like he's about chopping things up. So okay, what if I take this trailer, Michael, later tonight and I put rules of nature behind it? Do we have a better idea of how this game is going to work if
That's
I pick
fair, yeah.
the slashing game and then I put the I don't know. Yes, I'm with you. I think it looks great. I think it looks like good.
I think it looks fantastic.
I think the graphics look really nice. Like the character models look really nice. The voice is a little flatter than I'm used to, but that's just
I'm like 50-50. People are arguing about the voice already.
Yeah.
And I don't blame them because Wolverine has two very distinctly famous voices.
Right.
And it's neither of them.
Yes. I mean, I don't care about that as long as if the lines he has to read are good. I don't give a shit what the voice sounds like. So
honestly, yeah.
So I really think this is a good start, and just like before, like they show that teaser, and I'm like, when will I be able to find out more? And then like 2 years later, they're like, here you go, here's more, and I was like, that's great. When will I be able to find out more? I need to see that 10-minute like gameplay demo like they did with Spider-Man.
Yeah, because when they did that, because with Spider-Man it was like that one teaser for like half a decade almost is what it felt like.
Yeah.
And then finally they're like, here's some gameplay, and then finally they sat you down and like, here's a scene of the game itself, and this is like what you would be doing during the scene. I'm like, okay, great.
Yeah.
That is the thing I do want to see more so than the dots on the guy's face for Wolverine.
It won't be open world, right?
That's the thing.
That wouldn't make any sense, would it?
I don't know.
Like Wolverine's not the kind of guy that like leaps around New York City solving crimes.
Like I can see like a small portion of a city type thing walking around system.
Yeah.
But I don't see it being like it's like Spider-Man where it's the fucking entirety of New York.
Right.
With
it wouldn't make any
Wolverine
sense.
like calling a cab
right.
or something. Like what do you do?
He whistles and his motorcycle pulls up and he gets on it.
And even then that doesn't sound nearly as like that you're gonna have to deal with traffic and stuff. It's a whole thing.
I'm also I'm slightly disappointed that it's like Japan and Reavers and cowboy hats. And Omega Red. It's like all the greatest hits of Wolverine.
Yeah, but this is like, Wolverine doesn't have that like faithful Arkham City Asylum type game.
I know.
And that's what they're trying to do.
I know. It's just that when, every time when they make a Batman game and the villain is the Joker, and I'm like, guys,
Well, that's the thing. We haven't seen any of his other villains.
That's
like
true.
Omega Red is not exactly in everything.
That's true. I guess I don't really care much for Omega Red. Like, he's an interesting design, but I never thought of him as an interesting character.
He's usually a jobber. I think that's why he's in this trailer.
Yeah,
they're probably saving like Sabretooth or something
like
for later.
Mystique, I guess.
Yeah,
sure.
I don't know why Mystique keeps showing up at Wolverine games.
Yeah,
she's not exactly a Wolverine. like type-centric person.
She was all over Origins.
She was all over Origins as well. I don't know. It's very strange they keep doing that with her.
He does have the yellow and blue suit, even though it's not blue enough for me. I
assume you can get like an alternate outfit,
the teal version, but I'm glad that Deadpool and Wolverine made that dippy suit like a thing again. Now I just want to see somebody try to pull off the brown one.
I would love that. Yeah.
Like, you could put all of the weird textures you want on that brown suit, but it still is going to look silly.
It showed up for 5 seconds in Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yep.
And he didn't have a mask on.
Yeah.
While wearing it.
So, yeah. But yeah, I mean, great. That's what everybody wanted to see. They were like, hey, Sony, like, they didn't spend 10 minutes showing us Ghost of Yotai.
Yeah.
That comes out in a week. Like, so
yeah, there were people that were just at this point. They were like, "Look, show us a Wolverine, or I'm going to your house." Right. Like, that's how people were acting at this point.
Yes.
So I'm just happy they finally showed something.
So yeah, that was a pretty decent thing. Saros looks good. Zero Parade for the Dead looks good. That Battlefield 6 campaign looked good to me. Nothing wrong with the Deus Ex remaster and Neo 3. Yep. Yeah, good stuff. So
some decent stuff in this one, yeah.
Yeah. And let's see, what is our time looking like? Ooh, we got like 3 minutes left. Let's see. What can we do in 3 minutes? I think the next thing,
probably.
I think the next yes. I think you're actually correct, because the next thing up on the list was Xbox, and even though there's like not very much to that, there's not a lot to that. So in 3 minutes, I'm going to save you all the 40 minutes that it took to watch the TGS 2025 Capcom online program. All right? Are you ready, everybody? We got 3 minutes.
And go.
Okay, start the clock. All right, here we go. Pragmata has upgrades. Mega Man Star Force Legacy Collection that I told you about last week is coming out. Sea Viper, that you already knew was a thing, is in Street Fighter 6. Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney is getting 2 new translations, that weird replay theater thing where you can make your own movies, and a soundtrack mix. Resident Evil Requiem is a game still. Onimusha Way of the Sword got a new trailer, and it appears that it's still Onimusha Way of the Sword. Monster Hunter Wilds title update 3 with Final Fantasy 14 special collaboration is still a thing, and it's still coming out in September, at the end of September. And Monster Hunter Stories 3 is also still a thing, and you will see information about it.
Yeah.
That was it.
Kind of it. Yeah.
Like, I mean,
nothing really all that interesting out of it.
There was nothing new. Like the Onimusha trailer was kind of interesting. Like,
they had some like story stuff in it, but outside of that,
they showed like this kind of. They showed this kind of the other guy, like this kind of nemesis guy that was kind of interesting, kind of a jokery antagonist for Mr. Musashi. And like, I think the game looks good. Like, I will play that.
Yeah, it looks really good. I'm very excited for it.
Yeah, and then I was trying to think, like, was there anything in that Resident Evil? It was like, we can do first person or we can do third person, and it's like we all already know that. I think that they were mostly just saying that, like, you can go. They were having a demo at TGS.
Yeah, if you were there, you could mess with it type of thing, and it was going to be on like everything. Is basically what they're saying.
Yes. Wait, what was it? The screen is a composite image.
It's just showing like what it will look like most likely on each one.
Okay. Anyway, yeah, it was very little more new information. They reiterated that Resident Evil was going to be on things. It was worthless, man. Like, you can never tell. Sometimes Capcom has a thing, and there were like 4 things in there that I was like, holy shit, what? And this was one of those ones where it was like, bitch, I already know about all that. Thank you very much, but no thank you.
It used to be how the E3 for Capcom was.
Yes.
Like, because I remember all the cool announcements were in like all of the conferences before that, and they're like, "Hey, watch the same trailers again, but even stupider because we just don't even show the whole thing." It's like, okay, cool.
Yeah. So completely worthless. And on that down note, we're going to go ahead and take a break. Speaking of worthless, when we come back, we're going to speed run. This is a speed running podcast. We're going to speed run the Xbox conference because there was, don't get me wrong. There's 1 or 2 things. There's 1 or 2 things in there, Michael. There's 1 or 2 things. And the rest is is not worth taking up your precious time for. So
like an Xbox.
Yep. All right. Stick around. We'll be right back. And we'll get to find out in just a minute. And we're back. And I have decided to make a change in the schedule. I have pushed the Microsoft thing back. I looked at all the news stories from it. There's a lot there. We would probably have just taken up a lot of time.
Yes.
There's more exciting stuff to talk about, so we're going to leave that kind of for the end.
I would also like to apologize to the 12 of you who own an Xbox.
Yeah. I mean, there's a couple of things in there, but like it's really worth just like you didn't watch it, so it's really worth just me like talking about what it is. What's more exciting is that Hideo Kojima had a whole big ass like presentation thing last week. I don't know if you ended up watching any of this, but like
I saw the 2 trailers that were out.
Okay,
that he did.
There was a bunch of stuff that was announced. And you know what? We're gonna go with the exciting stuff first. There were 2 big trailers, a poster, and then a bunch of bullshit. We finally got a full-on teaser trailer for OD, the horror game that Kojima has been talking about. I think it was like 2 years ago where him and Jordan Peele came out.
Yeah, and then he just showed a video of a bunch of people screaming.
Right.
And everyone was like, what does that mean?
Yes. And there was some leaked footage of it.
It was somebody had got it on their phone or something.
Yeah.
And I can't remember why. I can't remember what they were doing that caused them able to do that.
Anyway,
and nobody knew what was going on with it either.
Yeah, we finally got a full-on teaser for it. Michael, you'll never guess, but it looks like it's basically just going to be like a PT. Like, I can't say that. Like, it's first person. It's real creepy and spooky and weird. There's a lot of this like
a lot of redacted stuff,
information in this
even
text.
In like a thing that like they turn, it's clearly blurred out.
Right.
Meaning you could probably see it in the actual game.
And in the teaser we see, I mean, it's very like atmospheric. It's like a person going into a room. The room is very like realistic but dingy. They go over to this little altar that's got all these candles on it.
The rain's coming down.
Rain on the outside, and they're like lighting these candles. And every time and then there's like this knocking that's happening in the background. And when they're lighting the candles, like I think the first one, there's like a baby candle, and when they light the baby candle, there's like a baby that cries in the next room, and they're like,
yeah, and since they're using a match to light it, they keep burning their finger for some reason.
Yes, and then the second one, they like kind of turn around, and there's like the door behind them is opening.
Oh, also, there's a sticker of an eye on the window.
There's like a Post-it note with like an eyeball on it.
Yeah.
The second match, they light like it's like a weird baby head that like melts into like red, and then there's like a candle with a bunch of worms that start coming out of it. And also,
what's great about it is that like the stuff when it happens, if you pay attention, it cuts back and it's like it's a normal candle again.
Oh yeah,
and so like it's clear that she's like you can't tell if it's really happening or if it's like something going on with her,
the worm
herself.
Yeah, because look back into regular candle.
No, the head candle.
Oh,
because if you look at it again, when she starts lighting again, it looks like a normal candle again. Because it's actually lit. Because before it like melts into like nothing.
Yeah.
But there's still like a lit candle all of a sudden.
Yeah.
So it's like something. So you don't know what's like happening and what's not happening essentially.
Yeah, it's all very strange, and I'm sure that somebody is dissecting this thing one frame at a time.
And then when the window or the door opens, like the eyeball and the sticker opens up too.
And it starts
there's a lot of crazy shit
freaking
going
out.
On. Yeah.
It's a lot to reward you if you're paying attention.
I really like stared at this thing for like a good while.
Yeah. And then they kind of cut to this main character, and she's very scared, and there's like weird lesions appearing on her skin. Some big fucking creepy motherfucker is behind her.
Yeah, it turns out Nemesis was visiting.
And then like hands go on the side of her face, and the thing goes out, and you know what? This, more than a lot of the other games, I mean, I will say maybe even more than Death Stranding, like, this, I think, really benefits from Kojima and all his fucking weird obsession with live action, like, facial capture.
She looks like, I know she's a real actor.
Yeah.
But she looks so real.
Yes.
And it's horrifying because of it.
Yeah, because
you can't look away.
The fear on her face is very, very striking.
It's visceral. It's fucking horrifying.
The only problem I have is that they were like, "Oh, it's Unreal Engine," and I'm like, "Oh no, please let it run good."
That is the thing. Yeah.
I remember how happy people were when Death Stranding 2 came out, and it was like, "Oh, thank God, it's not an Unreal Engine game, so it just runs fine with no caveats. Like it's fine."
And yeah, this is specifically the Xbox one, right?
Yeah. Well, it has an Xbox Studio logo at the end. I think Xbox is funding it.
Yeah, I remember he made a deal with them or something.
Yes.
So I think at the time people were assuming it would be an exclusive fully. But now with the way Xbox is doing things, we don't know anymore.
Who knows? It was going to be an Xbox exclusive for 5 days or something.
Yeah.
Like early access on the Series X. I don't know.
Spencer $20 and he'll just give it to you.
It would be interesting to know if this is running on a Series X because it looks fucking fantastic.
That's true.
Like,
this is one of the most gorgeous looking things I've seen. And they've been working on this for a while and kind of keeping it from us for a while.
Yep.
And so finally gaining something from it was one of the most... I saw it randomly because they did this stream at like 1 in the morning or something.
Yep.
So I woke up to it on my Facebook. And I was like, this is horrifying. I'm in. Immediately.
Well, I was talking with you yesterday about this, how it's interesting how, like, I haven't played Hideo Kojima never got a chance to make his horror game.
Yeah, I never made the full horror game that he wanted to do.
I'm not entirely sure. Like, I mean, I'm excited to see how it goes. I liked PT, but everybody talks about PT. That was like one fucking thing. It was like an hour-long experience, right?
Yeah, and it was clear it was supposed to be like part of a larger thing, and we never got it.
You know
and
what?
It had Norman Reedus in it. So
you know what? I can tell you. I watched a little bit of the actual show when they were bringing people out. He had Junji Ito there.
Really?
So I'm hoping, because that was one of the things that I was always like really excited for, was the idea that Junji Ito was going to be doing monster shit for Silent Hills, right?
I met Junji Ito once on accident. I didn't realize it was him. It was at the Comic-Con I went to years ago.
Oh, man.
And somebody was like, that guy looks familiar. And I looked it up, and I'm like, oh, that was Junji Ito.
Yeah. Anyway, this looks great. So far, what we know is Sophie Lillis, Udo Kier, and Hunter Schafer. I don't know who Sophie Lillis is.
I think that's her. That's
lady. Her, right? But I don't know who she is, like what she's been in.
Oh, she's been in a lot of just random stuff. I couldn't like pinpoint the exact thing she was in.
Oh, she was in It. She was in I Am Not Okay with This.
Oh, Dungeons and Dragons. That was the other thing
she was the druid.
Yeah.
And Gretel and Hansel. Okay, I watched that. Oh, I've seen a whole bunch of shit with her.
She's in a lot of stuff. It's just that like I never knew her name.
Yeah.
But I remember when she showed up. Let's go. It's that lady.
Yeah.
Type of thing.
She was in Asteroid City. Okay, I've seen her in a whole bunch of shit.
And she's there's a few other actors that we know are supposed to be in it that were part of the Scream thing, I think.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Well, I know Udo Kier was part of that.
Yeah.
But it looks great. I'm very excited. I love the idea that Hideo Kojima is just like, I wanted to make these games with Konami, and they were like, fuck you. And he was like, all right, I'm going to leave, and I'm going to make my own games. And I'm just going to make those games I was going to make for you, but I'm going to make them for somebody else. Like,
yeah, I'm making them for myself here and there, and then another one for somebody else.
Well, because
I get Norman Reedus to come with me.
Because one of the other things that we got was we got the first poster for Fizzent.
Yes.
Which is basically his Metal Gear game that he wanted to make with Konami, but he's just going to make his own fucking Metal Gear game with blackjack and hookers. So.
And I'm perfectly fine with that.
Yep. That got teased with some actors.
I didn't know that.
Let's see. Don Lee, Charlie Frazier, and Minami Hamabe. So Minami Hamabe, I'm butchering that. She's
a gorilla, right?
She was in Godzilla -1.
Oh, okay.
She was the lady in that.
The main lady.
Yes. Don Lee was in Train to Busan.
Oh.
He's like a big
that guy.
Big
Yeah.
Asian dude. And then
I didn't know that he had a different name.
Charlie Frazier is a model she was in Furiosa. She was the mom.
She was one of the. Oh, she was okay.
She was the mom at the beginning of Furiosa.
I gotcha.
Because he talks about like I saw Furiosa, then I was like, I need that. Get her in here.
Yeah, 'cause she was pretty cool in that movie.
Yep. So that was cool. So we got OD. We got the beginning of Fizzent news, since OD looks like it's getting into actually showing it off type of places. And then we got a very strange they're making a Death Stranding kind of like anime.
Yeah, I remember they announced the idea that this was going to happen.
Yeah.
But I forgot about it entirely because this trailer is kind of insane.
It's Death Stranding Mosquito.
Yeah.
It was like this guy, and he's got like a thing on his face. I can't really tell what it is.
It's like a BT thing on his face.
Yeah.
But so he's like one with the BTs or something?
Something.
Because there's a point where you see like another BT and he's like friends with it or something.
It's like he's got like a mosquito poker, like, but it's all floppy.
Because it looks
stuff.
like he like that sequence in the opening is like him grabbing onto the people that it's underwater and like eating them, I guess, or something.
And then it's like, and then they show him kind of out in the world, and he's fighting like a BT, and then like a porter shows up, and they have like one of the most anime fights I've ever seen in my life.
Well, that's the thing. He's not fighting the BT. The porter just like comes across like a tiny BT.
Yeah.
And then this guy just assaults him all of a sudden.
Oh, that's right.
And he's the BT. He goes and checks on the BT as if it's like his dog.
Yeah.
And then just gets into this giant anime fight. And I can't tell if this porter's supposed to be Sam because it's got like he's got the ponytail.
Yeah,
that Sam has at one point.
I don't think he is, but
that's the thing. I can't tell because by the time it happens, he's covered in blood.
Yeah,
because they're doing this anime ass fight that you could not do in fucking Death Stranding if you wanted to.
Absolutely not. So yeah, and the dude, I don't know. I was looking at it. The guy with the thing on his face. I feel like he's kind of dressed like one of the Raiders or like one of the.
I could see that.
One of the like crazy guys, the ones that are obsessed with cargo. Like, he's got a very different kind of look to him.
Yeah, it's just his poncho thing isn't as long as the guys that you normally see.
Yeah,
type of thing.
And it looks like it's got a combination of some 3D and then 2D. Like,
I know it's being made by like somebody who made something like really good, apparently.
Oh,
anime wise, I can't remember what it was.
No, I watched that. It's what's that thing called? It's like Pretty Cure or something Cure. He made like no, it was hilarious actually.
Wait, did he make that Pretty Cure?
He made 3 Pretty Cure movies.
I didn't know that.
Including one that was like the highest like grossing one. And I know this because I watched a little bit of the conference, like I said, and when I got to that part, he brought him out on stage, and then behind him, because they did this at a movie theater, behind him on the fucking movie screen, he put up the poster from the Pretty Cure movie that he did, and the guy was like, "Oh, I wasn't expecting like this to be behind me."
Well, because nowadays,
I fucking loved it, man.
Yeah, because nowadays he's known for something else apparently, like something that he did that's like really, really like popular.
Oh, okay.
Or something. I forget the name because people have been talking about it in the comments, being like the thing he made was like this really fucking like masterpiece-y type thing. I'm trying to remember what it was because I just read the comments for it recently.
Let's see.
I was trying to remember what the hell the guy had made.
Just trying to find a like a wiki page
because I think the studio maybe made it or something.
Maybe I don't know.
Trying to remember what it was that they made.
I didn't look into a lot of it.
There it is. Raised by Wolves.
Oh, okay.
The sci-fi show Raised by Wolves.
Oh, okay. It's a screenplay. The writer, Aaron,
so the writer did. So.
Guzikowski, who
everybody was talking about that at one point.
Raised by Wolves. So yeah, I don't know. This is one of those things where it's like it could be good or
I didn't realize this guy directed Dragon Ball Super Superhero.
Oh, there you go.
I didn't realize that.
Well, there you go.
I'm excited now.
That's all it takes.
I'm just kidding. No,
that's all it takes.
I was already excited, but now I had my curiosity, but now it has my attention.
Yes. It's interesting to know. Like, it's almost impossible to decide whether something like this would be good based on what we've seen.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of anime-based video game things before.
Yeah.
And it's about 50-50 with those.
Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not. Sometimes you get cyberpunk edge runners.
Yeah, and then sometimes you get Devil May Cry.
Right.
Depending on who you ask type of thing. So yeah, it's hard to tell. It's really hard to tell until you really see what happens, I guess.
Yes. So that was a lot more than we normally would get from Hideo Kojima.
He doesn't normally like have something like this.
Yes.
He normally is just like, hey, I'm here with Jeff Keighley,
right,
who convinced me to come out here because you won't stop calling me.
Right.
And here's
like,
the thing.
Here's like 3 minutes of a thing.
And then he walks off. Oh, and also here's my good friend Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah.
Like that's usually, or like a lot of tweets about stuff he might be working on.
Yes.
That's the only other thing we have. Because he's not normally a guy who like comes out and has his own thing ever.
Yes. Some people have speculated that the main character in Fizzant might be Robert Pattinson, just because of how
I heard about that rumor. Yeah,
like, this is like a total rumor, but he also showed like one image. He was very weird. He was talking about this new digital scanning technology. He's like, the old digital scanning technology for faces doesn't do well with the smooth skin of pretty Asian women, and like he wanted to show off like this one picture of the actress from -1, and just like, look how smooth her skin is. And I was like, okay, that wasn't really my concern. I wasn't like, damn it, Michael, all these Asian women look like they've got moon faces over here.
Well, Kojima does it for the love of the game, Jeff. He loves the weird shit, and I love him for it.
Yeah. Anyway, there was some more stuff. We'll just go over it real quick. There's the Death Stranding movie. The director came out, talked their scouting locations.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
No updates yet on that. Kojima is making a very weird. He's like helping Niantic with some kind of weird AR Pokemon style, or like some kind of AR thing where you're looking at stuff in the world on your phone.
Oh,
I don't know what it is.
That makes sense, yeah.
But it seems like it.
We're gonna deliver packages, Jeff.
No, it seems like it actually seems like it fits better with the Death Stranding vibes than anything else,
100%,
right?
Yeah.
He's got a credit card. He's launching a credit card.
Hideo Kojima has a credit card
with the Japanese bank.
I want one
in 2026.
I know I can't get one, but I want one.
He's got a personal sake brand that he's cultivating.
Goddamn Kojima.
And like, so this is the most Kojima thing I've ever heard. Quote, to me, the details would say, quote, if I create something and leave it behind after death, my body will be gone, but what I've created will live on forever as a meme. That's my motivation. And it's like, yeah, I get it. You want to be fucking immortal, all right?
He's already immortal. One of my favorite memes is people just going, that is not Solid Snake as a GIF.
Yeah.
No matter what it is.
So that was that. It was great.
That's wonderful. I'm happy. That makes me very happy.
Oh, by the way, Konami is asking people what Metal Gear game they should remake next.
Oh my god, maybe it should be the one we keep fucking asking about.
And the survey had Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake, Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear Solid 4, Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker, Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes. The game is like 4 hours long.
Oh yeah, maybe they'll just finish it.
Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain. I'm like, guys, you guys troll. This is where we troll Konami. Everybody, because there's a write-in.
Yeah.
Everybody write in. Survive. Everybody write in. Survive. Everybody write in. Survive or Ghost Babble.
Ghost Babble
or
it should
Acid.
It should be Ghost Babble. None of the other ones. Just Ghost Babble specifically.
Just Ghost Babble.
Because I think it's really funny.
Yeah.
If they really, I would love for them to remake Metal Gear 1 and 2, like the Metal Gear and Solid Snake.
Yeah.
I think that would be such a fun idea.
They already did remake Metal Gear 2.
No, I was talking about...
It's called Metal Gear Solid.
That's true, actually. Actually, a lot of Metal Gear 1 and 2 is just Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't realize that.
This is going to go quick. We had an RGG Direct. This is the company, got whatever their name is. They're making, like, what's next for Yakuza? What's next is Yakuza Kiwami 3, which, you know, they made Kiwami 1, they made Kiwami 2.
Yeah.
Kiwami 3 could use a remake. This is the one where Kiryu Kazama literally has to save the orphanage because they want to like take over the orphanage. I don't know really much more. I watched this whole thing. They're redoing it. They're adding in a few new things. They've got their new, the same graphics engine. It's going to be a real-time fighting game. He's got like a couple of... They always change up the way the fighting styles work a little bit.
Yeah.
So this one has like a... This one is weird because it has a fisticuff style, but then it also has like a weapons style where Kiryu Kazama is just pulling nunchucks out of like nowhere and then like hitting people with them.
So a lot of fans are really excited about this one because apparently, because I didn't know this for a long time, so a lot of people consider 3 the worst one.
Oh, okay.
Because they say that the fighting in it was one of the issues they had with it. So maybe with a remake, they'll have they'll actually be able to play it correctly.
It's just really weird because when you see, he's just pulling like weapons out of hammer space, right?
Yeah.
Like he's switching between weapons like it's fucking like a sci-fi game or something. It's got like a sword and shield and like like tonfas and nunchucks and like the sickles.
Yeah, he pulled out a paddle or like a giant like
an oar
spear. It's like, what the fuck?
And I don't know what all that's about. So yeah, then the other thing that they talked about is that there's a new they're making like a whole separate game, like a second game called like Dark. God, fuck, I didn't have a thing down. What is it called? Dark Tides is Dark Ties.
Yeah,
is what it's called. This is an entire ass origin story for the antagonist,
which is really a really fun idea.
Yeah, so they're basically going back and they're basically doing this entire section. And I was like, oh, I wonder if they're going to do like a different. I wonder if they'll do like the turn-based combat system for this guy to differentiate it. But no, it's just another third-person action Yakuza thing.
Well, that's fun.
It's about a guy who's working at a tech startup, but he decided that they weren't enough of a family in the tech world, so he decided to join the Yakuza instead because they're all family in the Yakuza.
It's a nature as old as time. A tale as old as time.
Yeah.
It happens to people in Austin all the time.
That happens to the best of us, you know?
I almost joined the Yakuza.
Like, man, I hate working for Samsung. I'm going to join the mob. At least they have parties and drinking stuff.
I'm going to join MS-13 or whatever.
Oh, God.
They're a family or whatever.
They're a family. Anyway, all the same stuff in here. You got the karaoke, you got fucking fighting and stuff. So, yeah, I mean, that's great. Like, if they can make it all work and they clean up the story a little bit to make it work well, sure. They did. The last thing they did was the Goro Majima side story. The only thing I didn't like was that the entire presentation was like English dubbed, so all of the trailers were in English. And I play Yakuza games with subtitles turned on because I don't mind subtitles, and it seems better that way.
I don't either. Plus, the acting in it is always so much better, in my opinion.
Yeah,
and I don't mean that as in like I don't mean that as like I know how acting is in Japan. I'm like, no, it just works better.
Yeah,
especially since it is in Japan.
Yeah. Let's see. The then at the end of this, they also announced that they're putting out Kiwami 1 and 2 on the Switch 2, and also physical versions of 1, 2, and 0
fun.
For the other consoles, which they hadn't done before. At the end, they had a little development montage where they talked about
Stranger
Than Heaven, yeah. And it was just kind of like they had this kind of jazz song playing that this lady was singing, and they had a bunch of kind of production stills. They didn't like really, there was no real dialogue. It was just a montage. So still looks good. I mean, I'd actually like to know more about this game, the Yakuza Kiwami 3, but like
that's the one that I'm actually like I was hoping they would talk about, but
yeah. So yeah, still looks good. Oh wait, did they announce a release date? Yakuza
for the Kiwami 3?
I think they did.
I think it's
early next year.
Yeah, it sounds like a next year thing.
Release date. There it is. Let's see.
The 12th, February 12th.
February 12th. There you go. So yeah, good stuff. Motherfuckers, doesn't look like we have many tabs left. Annapurna Interactive announced 3 games.
Good for them. They're still kicking.
Well, actually, I say bad for them because that was one where you remember the entire development staff left.
Yeah,
but
they were
all good people.
Yeah, a lot of people were worried they just weren't going to do anything though. After that,
so they had 3 games they talked about. One was called People of Note, which is basically an RPG. Music RPG where you play as like a music band that's trying to make it big, and you've got this motley band, and then you go around doing like musical RPG attacks. So think No Straight Roads or whatever, that one game,
but an RPG form,
or
more so RPG form.
Or somebody said it was like, oh, do you like Expedition 33? Oh, do you like K-pop Demon Hunters? Well, there you go.
I could see that. Actually, that makes a lot of sense looking at this. Yeah.
It's got a really nice art style, and it's got a really catchy song that plays when they're doing it. Good character designs. I think it looks pretty all right.
This could be pretty cool, actually.
Yep. They had a second game called Demi and the Fractured Dream. This is a very third-person dungeon crawling. It's basically Legend of Zelda. It's basically just like...
I was about to say, they even look kind of like Zelda people.
Well, there's a part where they're showing the combat where the character literally does like a backflip out of the way, and it's like, oh, okay, this looks an awful... I mean, I can't say that for sure, but it's got a little elvish the Satyr Boy.
Yeah, but it's got a very Breath of the Wild art style.
Yep, with the cell shading and how far the camera is.
The way the colors work too.
Third-person action with a sword, little platforming challenges and stuff. It looks an awful lot like we're just like, yeah, let's make our own Zelda. There's even a giant door with a giant keyhole in it. So
I'm fine with that, to be honest, because I'm a big fan when people just are like, I want to make the Zelda game that I want.
Yeah.
And then they just do it.
As long as it's good.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter to me. Doesn't matter none to me. Do whatever.
As long as it doesn't turn out to be a fanfic about how Zelda and Ganondorf make out at the end.
Right. The last one is called Detopia, and it's it's kind of like an adventure game, I think, where it's in the future and you're playing as like a guy that works in this world that's run by like AIs and stuff, and everybody is fine, but you're like trying to make connections with people and discover your humanity. And I don't know, games like this that expect me to get really emotionally involved with them never do very well for me. But
the majority of them don't really connect with me.
Yeah,
and the reason I say majority is because some of them do connect with me every now and then.
Yeah,
but it varies because I want to be having fun while playing it at the same time.
Right.
There's a reason why Death Stranding story, being that sort of same idea, connects with me, even though it is batshit insane. But that's because I'm having fun with it and feeling that emotion while doing it.
Absolutely.
Where a lot of these are just like, oh, you kind of walk around and you talk to people. And
right.
then you talk to more people.
Find out their stories.
I'm like, I guess. Like,
there is a kind of a fun derpy cat.
Yeah.
That's kind of about it. So, just noise.
It's okay, I guess. I don't know.
It's okay. Devolver, like I did mention before, that Devolver had a few interesting things. They came out. These are actually not. These are not announcements. This is just. I thought it was funny. One was a short where it was the Stick It to the Stickman guy, and he comes down into a land with Volvi and a bunch of the other Devolver like mascots for a bunch of their different games. And this is the land of games where people bought them on a Steam sale but never played them before.
Oh my god!
And so they're all just like talking about how they really want to be played, and then as they go on, it's actually really funny because they're all like in despair in this kind of wasteland, and then the lamb from Cult of the Lamb gets like taken up out of it, and they're like, wait, how did they do that? They're being played, and Volvi's like, oh, it must be that thing they kept talking about, free updates. They said sometimes that'll get somebody out of there. And then they talk about, they make a weird joke where it's like Piku Niku, I guess, is getting a free update or something, which I haven't thought about in a long time.
I haven't thought about that in a while either.
But it's a really funny little short. You should all go watch it, even if you don't plan on playing it, because it's just a little gag. Like at one point, Volvi is trying to. They all worship Todd, who is the guy whose computer basically they're in.
Okay.
And at one point, I think there's a great joke where Volvi is like, what was I doing? And then the banana from Pedro, Pedro game, comes down and he's like, you were going to kill everybody. And he's like, oh, that's right. And he starts strangling the end of the Gungeon bullet. It's funny
because Volvi is like, he doesn't have an actual game.
Yeah.
Is the funny thing about Volvi. if people don't remember that. Volvi was made as to be like a fake Crash Bandicoot like Mario type mascot.
Yeah.
That disappeared type of thing.
Yep.
So it's really funny.
Yeah, they retconned their own mascot into existence.
Yes, and Amanda has a tattoo of them.
Yep.
That Devolver paid for?
That Devolver paid for. They also had this new game called The Dungeon Experience, where this little crab, like it's like a filthy van that says cheap Devolver games, and there's this filthy crab that's like, hey, I got all your favorite Devolver games, just get in the van with me. And he's like, oh, I got Cult of the Lamb, look at me, I'm a lamb, you want to have sex with me, right? Come on, get in the van. And then he turns into a bunch of other stuff. He's like, look, I'm the Angerfoot. He's like, look, I'm Loop Hero. I don't have a costume for this, so I'm just going to turn around in a circle. Watch me. Woo. And then finally he's like, look, I've got Hotline Miami 3. And the orc lady that's driving the van is like, hey, that's the one thing the Devolver lawyers said that we couldn't say. And he's like, don't worry about it. And then it cuts and the person watching is in the van. And he's like, oh, it doesn't matter. They finally got in the van. And he's like, I'm going to tell you about my game. And then the back of the van opens up, and it's a bunch of Devolver lawyers. And they're like, we told you that you couldn't talk about that. And he's like, no. Oh, no. He is this great. Oh, my God. This is so funny. He's like, so I really wanted to be into Devolver. I really want to be part of Devolver. So I drew a picture of the CEO of Devolver with his wife, and I sent it to him on Slack. But then I was worried that he might be thinking I'm thinking something weird about his wife, so I scratched his wife out. I sent that to him on Slack. I drew a picture of me, and I sent that to him on Slack. But then I thought he might get the wrong idea, so then I wrote, like, actually, hello, I do not want to replace your wife or have intercourse with you. And I sent that to him.
Who is this? I love the response. Who is this?
And then the Devolver lawyers break in the back of it. It's just hilarious. And then they send him to the dimension where Volvi is going to... slap him with his giant hand for all eternity to punish him.
That's
and he
incredible.
gets to pitch his game beforehand, and it's like a weird dungeon it's a weird dungeon crawler thing, comedy game where he's the DM, and there's like a demo out now, and then at the very end Volvi is just slapping him with his hand, and he just
That's
goes,
incredible.
ouch.
That's so fucking funny.
Yeah, it's like a 3-minute skit. Everybody should go look it up. Just go look at the Devolver shit. It's fucking amazing.
Devolver is the best. I love them.
All right, you know what? We've got some actual news here. We're going to run through these real quick, and then we're going to do whatever we can with Microsoft before we get done. Michael, you know that Subnautica 2 lawsuit?
Yes.
It took a very weird turn.
Well, it turned out they had a twin brother.
Tencent dropped the cause of the firing.
Really?
From you were trying to push out a game that wasn't ready to be pushed out. And then what they said was, we actually fired you because you downloaded a bunch of information that you shouldn't have had on your personal computers, which, according to the actual timeline of events, Crafton didn't know until after they had already fired them. So, like...
Wait, what?
No, it makes no sense.
Hold on.
No, it makes no sense. It makes no sense. So let me just repeat that. They lifted the cause of firing. They dismissed the cause of firing from you were trying to push out a game, right? And they changed it to you were taking potential company information onto your personal devices, a fact which they only found out after the people had already been fired, because after they had been fired, then they learned they had a bunch of information, then they subpoenaed them to try to get that information because they weren't supposed to have it, and the court was like, well, can you prove they aren't supposed to have it? Because you can't just be like, trust us, bro. You have to prove they're not supposed to have it.
Yeah.
And Crafton keeps dodging meetings with the litigants. And so the court is like, we're not just going to do whatever. But then last week they did this bullshit where they said, no, it wasn't for the reason that we said it was for this other reason. At which point the lawyers for the fired employees are like, judge? And the judge is like, yeah, that doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah, what the fuck?
And has demanded that the two of them meet and try to come to a resolution before they move on with the lawsuit. So I think the last time I talked about this, I was like, I don't know if Crafton is lying or not. Like, they could be.
They could be, yeah.
But
now I think they are.
Now I think they are, because like the only way to know for sure was to see if the game was in a state where people could play it. And I don't know if that was a thing you could prove in court, but I think Crafton might have realized, like, well, I think that Crafton fired them and did not expect those motherfuckers to immediately be like, oh, hey, it's been a week and we're back with our lawyers, bitches. Give us the $250 million fucking payout that you owe us.
I don't think they didn't expect any of they didn't expect that to happen.
Yeah.
They didn't expect 2 for them to let the world know about it.
Yep.
And 3, they didn't expect people to scrutinize their reason for firing them.
I also think that they might have fired these guys and then, they brought in another guy to be the director, right?
Yeah.
And that they might have been like, okay, I don't remember the guy's name. They were like, hey, Todd, so how fucked is it? And Todd's like, it's like almost 1.0.
He's like, it's fine.
They're like,
it works.
Like, actually, you might end up losing money if you make them work on this for 6 more months. Like,
yeah. And my favorite is this thing where it's like, due to subpoenas, they now are like, well, you had that thing you're not supposed to have on your computer.
You turned on sync offline on your Google Drive.
Did that.
On your Dropbox account. You synced to offline.
That's a picture of my wife on your computer.
How
like,
dare
what?
you? How dare you download all the code and files related to Subnautica 2, director of Subnautica 2?
Like, what the fuck are you people talking about?
I don't know.
And yeah, I love that they told the judge that's why we did it. They're like, you didn't know about that beforehand,
Yep.
so
that's
a wrongful termination. That if that's the case,
hey, there could be a reason, but all I know is that this puts the side of the scale that says Crafton is a dick and I don't believe you just went way down, way down.
Well, it just reminds me of those old stories where they're just like, they shot me. I swear they're the ones who shot me. They're like, well, one, they were never near you at all.
Yeah.
Two, that's your gun.
Yeah.
And three,
no, it's just the Eric Andre meme of like shooting Subnautica 2 early access, and it's like, why would Unknown Worlds do this? And it's like, you did this.
No, but like this is them playing the victim for something that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
which is even funnier.
Yep,
the whole thing is ridiculous.
Yep, they tried to pass me in the wrong lane. It was weird. No,
they did that. You did that, Jeff.
I did that
to them.
Speaking of stupid lawsuit shit, also Tencent came out with their lawsuit with Sony. So for anybody who doesn't know, Tencent is making a game called Light of Motrium that is totally and completely a Horizon Zero Dawn ripoff. It was such a ripoff that they changed their whole Steam page to remove anything that looked like Horizon Zero Dawn too hard on it.
So ridiculous.
They also apparently have pitched a Horizon Zero Dawn MMO to Sony several times, and Sony said, no, thank you. And then they just suddenly came out with this game that looks suspiciously like Horizon Zero Dawn. Sony took them to court. Tencent's opening salvo is like, you can't just copyright like robots that are like animals in like a post-apocalyptic thing where it's like people running around, and it's like, well, look at what you changed on your Steam page. That's not what this was about. This is about the redheaded action protagonist in your third-person game with a bunch of animals that look exactly like the animals in fucking Horizon.
Like, it's not even like they put him in a mohawk and a wheelchair.
No.
They're the same fucking characters.
Same fucking thing. But that was a penguin.
Like, they walked up to him like, this isn't Horizon Zero Dawn. It's Vertica One Night. Completely different.
Yeah. So we'll see how that goes. I think that Sony has a relatively open and shut case of like
what the fuck, guys?
Copyright issues.
Because okay, here's the deal: we see a lot of these games where it's like we even just mentioned one earlier about the Zelda thing.
Yep.
Where somebody's like, you're knocking off this thing, but you're doing it in a way where everything is clearly your designs.
Yep.
That's what because the main character of that game isn't wearing a green tunic, a blonde kid.
Yep.
Or anything like that.
Yep.
And then there was that one game we played. I don't remember which one it was, but it was this little girl, and they would do like the glider animation that Link would do when they jump down.
Sure. Yeah.
Some Mario Odyssey type stuff. Like, there's a lot of stuff in there that's clearly, I'm going to use the words inspired because they're not clearly ripping it off.
Sure.
But they saw those things and they all decided to use them for their own games. This is...
It's such a ripoff.
This is like if they did that, but also your character was an Italian guy named Jario.
Right.
It's like, come on, guys.
You have to file the serial numbers off.
In some way.
It just can't be the exact same serial numbers. Like, you know.
It's ridiculous.
Power World isn't getting sued because their things look too much like Pokemon.
Yes.
They're getting sued for different reasons.
Exactly.
If they just put a purple Pikachu in Power World, they would get sued for a different reason.
Yeah.
So.
And then his name was Dikachu.
Right.
And they'd be like, he's completely different.
Let's see. Borderlands 4 for the Switch 2 has been indefinitely delayed.
Oh my goodness. Who should have suspected such a thing?
Yes. This is obviously... No matter how much Randy Pitchford goes nuh-uh on Twitter, they have to fix Borderlands 4.
Yes.
It gets slower the longer you play it on consoles. That's not what you want for a game that you want your people to be playing. Like, you must fix this.
Especially on the consoles that are supposed to be the stronger ones.
Yes.
Imagine what it does on the Switch 2.
Well, Switch 2 is locked to 30 frames per second first. But, like...
Maybe it'll explode. Who knows?
So, yeah. Sorry about that. Borderlands, Border fans. And then let's see. Microsoft is raising the price of Xboxes again. A second time.
That was the thing. I was like, I could have sworn they did this before.
They did. They did it back in, what was it, in May. So in May, they bumped things up. They bumped the Series X up by $100, and they bumped the Series S up by $80. Now they have bumped the Series X up by another $50, and the Series S's are going up by, what is it, like...
it's a lot, actually.
Like $80?
Yeah.
So the Xbox Series X, Michael, after this takes effect, the Xbox Series X, that Series X, the one that you and I paid... $500 for?
$500 for you.
Is $650 US new.
And it's just the 1 terabyte.
It's just the 1 terabyte Series X. The Series S, on the other hand, is going all the way up to $400. And I'm like...
That thing is not worth $400.
Absolutely not. This is the cheap version.
It was like, what, $250 when it first came out? It was something real cheap.
Something like that.
It was something stupidly cheap, which is the reason they sold so many of them back then.
Yeah. It was $379 before it went up, and it was bumped up by $80 in May, so it was $300.
Okay. So, yeah, so it was still pretty cheap.
So it was $300 for the S and $400 for the X, right? I got to tell you, like, if Microsoft had done anything to the hardware that was inside the Series X, it might be something to consider. But this is the same one I have. Like, you're paying more now for the one that I have.
Yeah,
like,
the 2 terabyte one is now like $800.
Yes,
that's the special
Black Edition,
Galaxy Black Edition.
$730 before, and it's now $800 for a fucking Xbox, man.
Here's the thing: the Xbox doesn't sell well to begin with.
Yeah,
what the fuck are you people thinking here?
Yes, absolutely. You raise it by $50 one time, but like, dog, you can't do it like that.
That's not how that works.
Come on.
You don't even have any games on it that people want right now.
Yeah, true. In fact, you know what? Let's wrap it up with, let me just read off some of these Xbox reveals.
I was about to say, speaking of which.
Yeah. Gungrave Gore is getting
a remake.
A remake. You know the game that they asked you to pay for in 2022?
Yeah.
It's getting remade again.
They're using...
I thought this was one of the other ones. I thought it was like a sequel or something.
No, it's the game that we and you played that I own very hard.
That was already kind of...
very janky. But I liked it because it is a janky game.
Yeah.
But apparently I think they switched to Unreal 5. I think is what it is.
I think so.
They also... Here's the thing. I know more about this than he does because I looked into it.
Yeah.
They did that. They updated all the motion capture. They updated all the... there's new enemy types with new AI. There's new ways to do attacks and stuff.
Yeah.
And there's like, I think, like a new character or something like that.
Okay.
Or something like that. I can't remember. I don't remember if that part was it. But they were like, hey, we rebuilt the entire game that we just made a few years back. And now I'm sitting there with my copy going, so what does this mean for me?
Do I get it for free?
Do I get it for like, do I pay $5 or something for it? Or do I have to like buy another Gungrave game?
No, it's $800, Michael.
Because I love Gungrave, and it's very frustrating to me that had happened.
They announced Gemma Chan is going to be playing Dr. Selena Tan in 007 First Light.
Okay.
There's a new trailer for Double Dragon Revive, and it looks just as shitty as it did before.
It's not a great looking game.
There was more footage of Fatal Frame 2 Crimson Butterflies remake. We already know about that. There's this game called Anemo. That one, that was actually one of the ones I would have. It's
this one.
Yeah, it's the one that's kind of like a Pokemon thing. Yeah, except that you can inhabit.
You are them.
You can inhabit the Pokemon, so you can do that. That one looks okay. It's kind of interesting. I mean, you know, for what you got.
Yeah.
Sudden Strike 5 is coming to the Xbox in 2026.
I'm sorry, what?
It's like a World War II RTS that's been around for a million fucking years.
I was about to say, I haven't heard that word in a while.
Fallout 76 developers say, we love you, Japanese community. Monster Hunter Stories 1 and 2 are coming to the Xbox in November 2025.
That's kind of cool, because those were like DS games, or 3DS games.
They were on the Switch recently.
Were they?
Stories 1 and 2. They got the remakes on the Switch.
Oh, that's right.
And now they're going to the consoles. I think they came out on the PS5 a little while back.
I forgot about that.
3 is coming in March of 2026. There's a Bruce Lee mission in Hitman where you have to team up with Bruce Lee to keep him safe during a martial arts competition, because only he can can draw out the master, but during the tournament people will be trying to kill him.
Oh, and so you need to team up with him to kill the master.
So you're teaming up with him to keep him safe, so that when the master shows his face you can then kill him.
Oh, that's actually way more funner than I thought.
Yeah,
because I saw like a screenshot of Bruce Lee, and I'm like, oh, I have to kill Bruce Lee. I don't want to be Brad Pitt from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah. Hotel Barcelona got a trailer where Swery was playing it online with friends, and then there was an invasion, and he got killed, and it was Suda51.
That's pretty odd.
Capcom showed some additional content for the Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D remake. This was an interesting one. Rhythm Doctor is a game that is coming to the Xbox. It is a one-button rhythm game that had some pretty good stuff where it's like you see the rhythm and then you have to hit one button when it's your turn to do the rhythm part.
Oh.
And it's a bunch of like weird like scenarios, these little pixel guys where sometimes you're like at a hospital and sometimes you're considering life. And it's kind of charming in its own way. Like, I'm a sucker for a rhythm game. This one looked pretty interesting. So
it reminds me of those Rhythm Heavens, but like easier.
Yes.
I think is the idea of it.
Yes. So, yeah, that was an actually interesting thing.
Because those you also mostly have to hit one button, too.
Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 got Japan update.
Oh, fun.
Romancing Saga 2, the remake that came out, I think, last year. Shadow dropped onto Xbox today.
Fun.
Star Sand Island is which one was this one? This one's like this is like an Animal Crossing cozy game.
Okay.
Where you play as a bunch of
two little girls
hanging out on an island doing fucking shit.
Sure,
whatever.
I guess. You're into that sort of thing.
February of next year. Project Evil Bane is the stupidest name for a video game I've ever heard in my life.
Evil Bane.
I couldn't figure out what this was, but it's just some kind of weird third-person medieval action adventure.
It's a multiplayer one too, yeah.
Thing. So Project Desert Online, I guess. That is coming 2027.
Oh, okay.
So again, that Ninja Gaiden 4, they talked about some of the difficulty options where there's one that's like solo, it does all the blocking and dodging for you, okay. And then there's like all these different like stuff in between, all the way up to an Iron Man mode where if you die once, it deletes your save game type of thing.
God, those games, Ninja Gaiden games are unforgiving.
Yep. Mistfall Hunter. Oh yeah, this is one where it was like another kind of medieval action game that had a beta, but I couldn't really understand what, like they talked about how they're going to be adding content to it and they showed some screenshots. I'm kind of interested in this, but I need to see some more.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is. So
I don't think I even know what that is. Yeah.
Winter Burrow is that one with the little rat that's trying to survive in the winter. Terminal Brigade is a free-to-play online roguelike shooter that's very flashy looking. It has like overwhelmingly negative Steam reviews.
Comes out in October.
Age of Mythology, Heavenly Spear, the kind of Asian-inspired like spin-off, launches this month. They had a trailer for that. Black Ops 7 was really proud that it has a lot of maps that are set in Japan.
Oh, okay.
Like it's part of the story and
cool
multiplayer maps. It reminded me an awful lot of like fucking like Overwatch 2 maps because it's like near future set in Japan.
Oh yeah, you know what also reminds me of the 2099 Japan level in Marvel Rivals.
Oh yeah.
There's some of that in there too.
Yeah. I'm just like, ooh, it's like the future. There's like a bunch of anime neon bullshit, but then also it's like Japan.
Yeah, it makes it different.
And then last but not least, we got the confirmation. We got a teaser trailer. Forza Horizon 6, yes, it will be set in Japan.
I'm shocked, Jeff.
I know.
Absolutely shocked.
No, I know, but not everybody keeps up with this bullshit. So
honestly, it would have been really funny if they got the guy who played the main character that's Tokyo Drift to be in it. What is that guy up to? Is he still doing NCIS New Orleans? That's the whole thing?
They pan across this desk of all this like Japanese stuff, and then they pan up to a window and you can see Mount Fuji, and it's like Forza Horizon 6.
Well, it tries to be coy with it because it's got like these license plates from like Colorado and stuff in the beginning.
Yeah.
To be like, oh, you know, you're coming from America.
Yep. And that was the Xbox one, so that's why we did go over it in detail. Was a lot of that was just like inconsequential.
Yeah.
Like if that had been the only thing that came out this week, we probably could have found stuff to talk about with a lot of that stuff. But I think more important shit.
Oh yeah, we talk more about the Gungrave game than anything else. But no, people are excited about that Forza one, and that makes sense. You know, Tokyo Drift and a lot of Tokyo racing type things are huge, so you could do a lot with that.
Absolutely.
Maybe you get the car from Initial D.
Oh yeah. There's plenty that you could do. Plenty. With that, we're gonna go ahead and take a break. When we come back, Michael, you never believe it. It's part 3, more trailers.
Oh,
so
gasp. In Japan, I think maybe.
That's right. Stick around, and we'll be back in just a second. And we got more trailers. We got more trailers in this trailer focused podcast this week.
Yeah, it is.
We're gonna start out with I don't know why I always start out with Fortnite. I think it's because they just have like real flashy stuff.
They always have like a million things. So yeah.
Daft Punk is in Fortnite. It's gonna be in Fortnite. So
it's funny because they had announced this earlier and then took it all down.
Oh,
because I guess they did it too early.
Yeah. So this is going to be one of those like music experience things. It has a bunch of like little mini games and stuff. Apparently they specifically had part of the statement of when they announced it was like, the band is not reuniting. There's no new music here.
Oh, okay.
This is just older stuff.
This is just a celebration of all Daft Punk.
Yes.
Basically.
And apparently it's in the Lego version as well, where you can like make your own little music video with the Lego guys. Because there's like Lego versions of the Daft Punk avatars. I actually noticed when I was doing this that apparently there's a part of this trailer where they show the one of the characters from that space 5555 thing,
because there were like screenshots or something that somebody noticed that you could see them in the background.
Oh, okay.
And this was before the announcement even came out.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people that really like that music video were like really excited.
Yeah, because it'd be cool if they put those characters in the game.
Yeah.
Like,
in fact, every time the Daft Punk thing would come up, there was a GIF of the two of them playing on the comments of everything I found. Every single time.
Yeah. So that's going to be starting September 27th. So you can check it out.
Okay, so that's pretty soon.
Additionally, I got this one for you, Michael. The 1989 Batmobile is getting added to Fortnite.
So I got this for free, technically.
Oh, did you?
It's because when Fortnite first added rocket racing to Fortnite,
yeah,
and my friend was like, "Well, if you have some of the cars, it'll give it to you for free from Rocket League." And I was like, I'm going to test that real quick, because they were selling the Batmobile for like $10 at the time on their marketplace. And so I was like, I'm going to buy this Batmobile real quick.
Oh, in Rocket League.
Okay. I bought the Batmobile in Rocket League to see if it would give it to me in Fortnite. Because I didn't know at the time, I didn't know how it worked.
Right.
I just assumed all cars from Rocket League would just appear.
Sure.
And so I did that. And my friend was like, shouldn't you see if that's a thing? I'm like, I already spent the money. And I did. And so I had the Batmobile in Rocket League all of a sudden, which I do not play.
Yeah.
And I just had it. And I'm like, well, it didn't work. He's like, well, I was telling you it might not work. And I was like, well, I already spent the money, Hector. Why didn't you stop me before? And he's like, I was trying to. I'm like, well, fuck you. And then randomly I was playing, because this was before they ever announced it, but there was a rumor it was going to happen. Mm-hmm. I randomly turned on mine so I could finish the battle pass while I was working, because I have one of those maps that you can just hang out and they'll just give you experience.
Sure.
All of a sudden it was like, here's your Batmobile. And I'm like, my what? And it's like, yeah, here's the Batmobile. Here's your Batmobile for that you bought from Rocket League. And then it didn't come out for like another like couple days or something.
Oh, okay.
Actually, it might be out now at this point.
I think it is.
But I got it like 2 or 3 days before it was coming out.
I gotta say, man, the Tim Burton '89 Batmobile is so goddamn iconic.
It's amazing. It's one of the reasons I did it, to try to see if I could get it into Fortnite. Yeah. Even though, again, there was nothing that would tell me it would do that.
People are all about like the Tumblr or whatever from Dark Knight. I'm like, nah, man, that fucking shit right there looks like a goddamn proper Batmobile.
It's amazing. The only thing is that it costs like way more than it would have than when I bought it from Rocket League.
Oh, sure, for just V-Bucks.
Yeah, because it's like, I think it's like 20 something.
Okay,
compared to the 10 I paid for it. So it turns out my horrible hand spending habits got me to save a little bit of money in the future. So
it all worked out in the end.
Things passed me.
Let's see. Speaking of things that you're probably going to end up spending your money on, Michael, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero got the official Daima character pack 2.
Yeah, I need to get this later. I don't know if it was part of my Ultimate Edition or not. I don't think it was, but I'll have to check.
Yeah. It's like one new stage and then a few adult versions.
Yeah, it's one new stage, 3 new characters. Yeah. Actually, no, yeah, 3, I think. Because I think Super Saiyan 3 Kid Vegeta was part of a different one.
Okay.
And so, actually, I'm not sure on that one then. But I know that it's the main bad guy at the very end of the show.
Yeah.
Adult Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta and I think it's both young Super Saiyan 4 Goku and adult Super Saiyan 4 Goku.
Okay.
I think is the other part of the pack.
Okay.
But I'm really happy with that though, because I'm a big fan of that Super Saiyan 4. look.
There you go. Are you still playing Sparking Zero?
Every now and then, just not as much because it only had so much story content in it. And unless you're playing with a lot of people, it just doesn't work the same way, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Because that was the thing about those old games is that, like, once you were done with the story, you know, your friends would come hang out and you would fight each other to the death over and over again because you had nothing else to do. But nowadays, I'm an adult and everybody has a lot of things to do. Sure. So I can't just invite people to my house to play Dragon Ball as much as I'd like to.
And you don't just go online?
No, because people online are psychopaths.
Okay.
Because that's the problem with games like this is that, like, there's the one guy that's like, well, if I do this one frame at this one part, I can infinitely loop you for the entire match. And you're like, well, this isn't fun. Yeah. And it's even worse with these games because these games, unlike fighters, are 100 times more broken because that's how they were designed. They were never supposed to be like competitive type games when people keep treating them like that. Okay. Where back then you just had fun with them, and people don't do that anymore, and I don't want to deal with those people online.
No, I get it. No, it's a curse I've always had where it's like I'm pretty okay at fighting games. Like I'm good enough at fighting games that I can kick most of my game playing friends' asses.
I have the same issue.
But I cannot play online. So my friends don't want to play with me outside of you. And then online I just get my ass kicked. So
and even then my fighting game prowess has lessened because I haven't been doing them as much as I used to. Yeah. Because lately I've been not playing as many games as I have before.
Sure.
So it's because every now and then I'll fight a guy that I play against somebody that I played with for a while. Okay, so there's a couple other versions then. Okay.
That fucking Vegeta hair is stupid. That's too big.
A lot of people were like, this is not what I wanted Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta to look like.
That hair is too big.
But no, I played a fighting game against a friend that I used to like normally just wipe, and then I did it again, and I'm like, you know what, I'm not doing as well as I used to. Like I was still winning, but like not like you run both rounds super easily. Right. Now it's like, well, you won first round, lost second, but kind of edged out towards the end. I'm like, oh my god, I'm getting slower.
yeah, it'll happen.
Also, I almost destroyed my hands doing Marvel vs. Capcom 2 ranked.
We got 2 trailers this week for Ananta. This very I don't know how to explain it. Yeah, I had a hard time figuring out what exactly I was looking at, and then I finally figured it out. This is Anime Saints Row. This is Anime Saints Row.
That is a good way of explaining it. Yeah.
It's like that game that we saw a little while back where it was like, is it Grand Theft Auto? Is it Spider-Man? Is it like, what is it? Is it Batman? Because these trailers, like they put out a 7-minute trailer. And I don't know if you watch this trailer, but there's also some very strange musical choices in here that I was like, it's bizarre. But it just goes on and on and on and on and on, and it just keeps showing stuff. It's just a guy taking selfies and like it was driving and fighting and like weird things you could do. And but what I was actually really excited about was they had a 10-minute, I think it was yesterday, gameplay video of actually playing the game. And it's the main character, and he's fighting these guys in like what looks like kind of Arkham style, like reactive combat, or maybe like Spider-Man would be better. Yeah, because
he's doing some more Spider-Man-y like movement stuff.
No, I swear to God, this is
like a symbiote attack.
This is Tencent as well. Is publishing this, and there's like a part in this trailer
come on, that is
where he just does
that's the fucking Spider-Man 2 move, outright. Not even fucking come on,
Spider-Man 2 grabs a bunch of guys and then throws them down on the ground at the same time.
That was the entire thing.
Yep, it was just that one move, and I was like,
shit.
Okay, I guess
that's fucking insane.
Anyway,
I can't believe I didn't see the Spider-Man 3 meme where I was looking through some old photos, Brock.
Right.
And something looked really familiar.
It looks pretty decent. Like it's very nice and snappy, and it's this anime thing. At one point, a lady with cat ears and giant jiggly boobs comes in, and like the main character jumps in her car, and now it's a driving segment where you got to shoot out the back of your car at the guys that are chasing you. You got to do that thing where you got to shoot the drivers or shoot the wheels. And there's like a segment where they fly out of the car, they end up switching places, and then you got to drive the car, and then you're going back to shooting, and it's all just like, it reminds me of like if Agents of Mayhem was an anime and looked good, like
that was the thing about Agents of Mayhem that did not work out.
Yes, well, the trailers for Agents of Mayhem looked like it could be good, but then it was not. But it's got a lot of that going on. But it's a pretty solid. Like the fact that they could just like chunk out 10 minutes worth of like.
Yeah, you got like shooting stuff going on, but you also got that's straight up a Spider-Man thing.
Yes.
That's Spider-Man-esque things going on in it.
Oh, so you just copyright like ropes come out of a guy's hand and they're black? Like is that what it is?
Yeah, that's exactly.
Okay, I see.
Disney's gonna sue these guys.
Thought this was America.
That is literally what the 10-cent thing is. This is America. I thought this is America. I can do whatever I want.
Yep.
This is land of freedom. I can freedomly make different games that look the same as other games.
Hey, this could be if he was holding on to a metal cable, this could be an Uncharted game. So
that's true. Here's the thing: every time I see trailers for this, I'm actually legitimately like, this can be kind of fun. Actually,
yeah,
it's kind of stupid, but kind of fun.
No, it's really like I think it works better if you treat it like Saints Row. It looks like Saints Row, like except not as directly perverted as Saints Row.
Yeah,
like
I kind of want to play this.
There isn't a dildo bat, but everything I'm seeing here, I'm like, that looks cool. It's got nice produced stuff. It's got good music. It's got
and there's some silly stuff going on it. Like he spins a guy like a top to defeat a bunch of other guys.
Yeah,
so
it's got a bunch of like kind of nice character designs and
like this could be kind of fun.
Yeah. And the only thing I'll say is that it does have that thing where like the world is rendered relatively realistically, but then the characters are like cell shaded.
That is the weirdest thing about it, even when we first saw this game.
So they're a little disconnected from the world, like kind of like that baby game that we can't remember the name of.
Yeah, that's true.
The weird Korean baby.
But if it runs smoothly, I think I could get over it after a while.
Oh yeah. It's not so jarring because the world geometry is a little bit. It's not in a bad way, but it's a little less detailed than like your most ultra realistic UE Engine 5 game.
Yeah.
So it meshes well enough that you're not going to be too put out. It's Zenless Zone Zero, right? It looks like Zenless Zone Zero.
Yeah.
But yeah.
The pre-register now makes me nervous, though.
Well, there are 4 characters in the game.
Yeah.
So there's a good possibility that it might be like, yes, play it online with your friends.
Because the thing is, it's on a PlayStation trailer thing, so it's not like this is clearly a phone game type thing.
Right.
Because it's running, there's too many really interesting things going on for it to fully be a phone game.
Yeah.
So I'm curious as to what it will be.
They even have the GTA like character switching thing where it zooms up into the sky. I mean, like it is very much an homage to a lot of other games. He said nicely.
That's the only nice way I could put it.
Yes.
And if it turns out to be great, I'll be all for it.
Sure. He arrested people for being too sexy in anime world with your dragon tail. I don't know what the fuck. It's just if you sat here and just described what was happening in this trailer, we would be here all day.
We would,
and it would sound like the rantings of a crazy person.
It still is the rantings of a crazy person.
Go check out Ananta. What a terrible fucking name.
Yeah,
call it fucking.
That is the problem.
City of Nana. Like City of Nanas. I would. That would be easier to remember.
It would be
than Ananta. I'm sure that it's fine in its native language, but let's see. Speaking of absolutely ridiculous bullshit, we got a little, just a real quick weapon introduction trailer for Full Metal Schoolgirls. Metal Schoolgirl, which is kind of just third-person cheesy action game talking about how you got like a melee attack, you got like a range attack, you can equip different stuff. There's like a big ultimate thing that you can do. I put this here, Michael, because I wish this game looked like that Ananta game. Like, it's a little like smeary and blurry and like unreally.
It's got a lot of the problems I have with a lot of like not like mid-tier anime type games.
Yes.
Is there some stuff that's detailed? A lot of it's not detailed at the same time.
It should be sharper.
Yes.
It should just look sharper, and the colors should maybe be a little bit less saturated.
And it has that issue where a lot of the NPCs just are so not detailed.
Yeah.
Kind of thing, if that makes sense.
Yeah. It could use a little bit more work. I like the goofy concept. You know, if we want to make cybernetic Oni Chambara games, that's fine with me. But like, I just wish it looked a little bit better.
Yeah.
Let's see. From there, we got the launch trailer for Silent Hill F. Silent Hill F is out by the time you hear this.
Everybody's saying it's really good.
I'm hearing a lot of good stuff about it. I've actually heard, I'm trying not to look too far into it, but I've heard quite a bit that like there's like combat. There's like a relatively in-depth like combat system with like stamina and dodging and like frame parry windows and stuff like that. And I'm like, I mean, sure, I guess I could play a game like that.
It's a game I want to play, but at the same time, do I?
But do I?
If that makes sense. That's the thing about Silent Hill horror is sometimes Silent Hill can get pretty intense.
The guy that wrote it apparently is known for writing some real fucked up like light novels or something. So
that makes sense, yeah.
But yeah, it definitely looks interesting. I need it to run better.
That is the thing about it that you're telling me about, especially because the PlayStation Pro version has more issues.
Yeah, the Pro version has that weird fizzle or like sizzle on certain assets like Silent Hill 2 Remake had, with the PSSR being incorrectly optimized. Yeah. So, which I don't want to wait for them to fix, because I'm still waiting for them to fix Metal Gear Delta, and it's been like 3 weeks and they haven't done jack shit. But I think this looks absolutely incredible. Oh, I did want to ask you, I noticed a part in this where where she has the holes in her back, like those frogs.
Oh.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And you know, people have like a phobia about that. Do you know about that? Where it's like rows of holes lined up like that.
I forgot the name of it. There's a specific name for the phobia, and it's named after like this plant, because there's a plant that has it. And that plant does freak me out.
Does it?
If for some reason, it didn't used to, but if I look at it long enough, it freaks me out. But every time I see like holes like that, I don't have the same issue. But for some reason, it's just the way that plant itself looks.
I'm just trying to figure out why that is. Maybe somebody in the comments can let me know, because I'm like, I don't understand. I'd never heard of it until 5 years ago, maybe. And then
look up the plant. I don't remember the name of it, but it can just be like the many holes plant or whatever.
We'll see.
And
if I type in many holes plant and I get porn, that's on you.
There's many holes phobia.
Many holes phobia.
Yeah, that thing.
Trypophobia.
Yeah.
With the little seeds in it.
That's the reason why.
That thing?
That's why it weirds me out, because when I look at it long enough and it has the seeds in it, it weirds me out. Like, that's fine, but when it has the seeds in it, there's just something like almost otherworldly about it.
Really?
Because it looks almost like it's like a bunch of eyes like looking at you.
That's cool. That's a special effect for somebody did to their hand.
Whereas whenever it's like just the holes themselves, I don't have the same issues.
Really? I don't.
But yeah, when it's like that with all the seeds and stuff in it, it feels like there's something like watching me.
Okay.
I think it's the best way of one of the reasons I think it's weird.
I might just be really oblivious, because like it doesn't do jack shit to me, and I'm always like, I understand a lot of phobias. I can kind of understand why people would be phobic about them. But like, I don't really entirely understand that one.
That I only understand it from when it comes to the seeds part of it, and it's purely because I looked at it long enough that it's kind of finally started looking at me back, basically.
Okay, because I know that some people, I wonder if they have like a way to turn that off when you're playing this game, or if it's just like, no, bitch, it's supposed to fucking freak you out. Like, that's why it's there. That's why you put it there.
Yeah,
you can't turn off the being freaked out in a Silent Hill game.
Yeah, because the reason it doesn't freak me out normally is because it just reminds me of like a beehive.
Yeah,
type of thing.
Sure,
but that's because
because I remember reading an article with like the top of the Xbox. It was doing that to people.
Was it really?
Because it's got all the holes on it or whatever.
Didn't know that one.
Yeah.
No, I've never had an issue with like with normal whole things, but for some reason that plant itself is what like legitimately kind of weirds me out nowadays.
I think some people, there's like a frog that its back, it like the tadpoles like are in the holes.
Oh, I know what you're talking
about. And
they
like come out, and
I could see. I could see.
Maybe that's what.
Anyway. I can see that.
Sorry, I'm sorry if you've got that phobia. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to just like
don't picture it.
That, but like, yeah,
picture Link and Ganondorf making out or whatever.
Anyway, this game looks real freaky and weird and good, and it's got good high scores, and I can't wait to check it out. We're going to record probably tomorrow. We're going to record some dojos for it. So yeah, looks good. Good stuff.
Bring up the many holes plant to whoever you're doing it with.
Let's see. God damn, my mouse is not working today. Speaking of horrifying stuff, they added a new character to Dead by Daylight.
God, they just keep going.
And I like this one because I love this. I love this monster, and you don't see it very often. They added the Kraus to Dead by Daylight. Now, if you don't know, the Kraus is when it's the Indonesian monster where a lady's head comes out, but all the organs are hanging off the bottom.
Okay.
So
I didn't realize that was the name of it.
Yeah. So it's like a lady's head, but then the entire organ system is just hanging off the bottom. They hover around and fuck with people.
I always remember that like movie clip where they like had it like attack somebody.
Yep.
And it is actually like kind of creepy.
In the game, it's like you play as the entire lady, and then you can hit a button to just disconnect the head and go out and like go faster.
That would be fun.
And I think there might even be like there's some kind of weird sonic component too, where you can like scream at people and it infects them or something. So
I wonder what the survivor is back, because this is the thing a lot of people don't know about Dead by Daylight.
Yeah,
is every survivor has a backstory as to why they're there.
Right.
And the only way you can find it is usually like flavor text stuff. I know their website usually has like the explanation for it too.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of them actually have like legitimately interesting stories behind them.
Yeah, so, absolutely. But I'm just glad to see this, because it's not a monster you see very often. I think more people should be aware of it.
It's also not like a monster that's like, the Great Value version of somebody type of thing. Like this is an actual like folklore one that's actually kind of interesting and fun.
Yeah.
Or not fun. Well, fun depending on who you ask. But yeah, it's like I'm a big fan of that. Like I would rather them do more like this, because you have so many like mythological creatures that you could just make a shit ton of,
like
and people would love
Mothman and
just bringing La Llorona or whatever,
the Flatwoods monster or whatever that thing is called.
Just insane shit.
Yeah. No, it's interesting. It's interesting. I just want to think. Oh, it's also interesting because I don't know that I've ever seen a depiction of this monster visually that was scary. You'll always see that old clip from that movie
every now and
where
then.
It's real silly. It's like Evil Dead style.
Yeah, because every now and then you'll see an image that's like kind of scary, but it's usually like an actual like folklore image that's designed to be kind of creepy.
Yeah.
But this is like in movement. It's not normally scary.
Yes.
So yeah, that's fun.
Yeah. Let's see. Speaking of online games, there's an online kind of Dead by Daylight style game called Devour, and they are getting a carnival level, a fucked up, creepy carnival level.
That's fun.
Which I think is pretty fun. I've never actually played Devour, but I've heard a lot about it, and I thought, we're talking about those online horror games.
Just the season and whatnot.
Yeah, and creepy carnival is always a good. It's always a good go.
Yeah.
So
and you can never go wrong with that creepy monkey with the was it symbols? Is that what they're called?
Yep. I like the way that he uses them to walk around using like little feet. So yeah, that's gonna be coming out October 15th. Devour the Carnival. We also got there was actually this thing called the official 6-1 Indie Showcase last week that I didn't have time to get to, but we got a trailer for Chrysal Theater of Souls, that weird puppet Resident Evil in a church,
the blood thing,
blood weapon survival game. I still think this looks great. Like,
I think it looks fantastic.
It looks all kinds of weird and messed up, and I don't know how the blood weapon thing works, but it looks cool, and
I'm very excited for this one, actually.
Yeah, there's a demo out for it on Steam.
Oh, fun.
And yeah, a lot more action packed. I finished Chronos last week.
Oh, okay.
And I think I might be in the mood to play a horror game where they give you more than like 4 ammo at a time. So
that is the problem with a lot of horror games. They're like, this is really fun, but like also I'm tired of not having anything to fight back.
Yeah. That was one of the greatest things that nobody ever talks about with RE4.
Yes.
Was that they give you ammo. Like, it's not like so limited. So
even the remakes were a little more happy-go-lucky with ammo.
Yep. Let's see. We got a trailer for a new mode that's coming to that painkiller game that's coming out called Rogue Angel, which has a lot of people worried about this game because this is a procedurally generated roguelike multiplayer run-based mode for painkiller.
Yeah.
And people are like, well, that's not what fucking Painkiller is about.
It's not what anybody wanted to play that game for.
Yeah, like, why would I want to do that? That doesn't sound interesting.
It just sounds like that thing whenever they're like, hey, we're going to release this game, but we don't think, people are going to want to buy it unless it has a multiplayer in it or whatever.
Yeah.
Because it happened with the first Doom, or actually Doom and Doom Eternal.
Oh, yeah,
like that.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, Doom, there's a multiplayer mode. We're like, I don't really care about that at all. It's like, buy it early and you get DLC for it. I'm like, again, don't care.
Well, it's funny because I look at this trailer and I'm like, the actual, the monsters and the weapons and all that stuff in that trailer, they all look fine.
Yeah.
But the idea of just playing Painkiller online as a roguelike with other people
just doesn't work for me.
Like, no,
bro.
Nope, not interested at all. So
good luck to the few of you that will try it and have fun with it.
That's coming out though, it's coming out pretty soon though. 21st of October, yes. Yep. So let's see. Captain Wayne, Vacation Desperation, everyone's favorite boomer shooter.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember being like, okay, this looks like a lot of fun.
Okay, he's like a pirate guy that talks like Duke Nukem, and it's got the kind of weird art style like was in that one, the like real early 2000s art style. But yeah, they put out a brand new demo for it, and it got a full-on release date.
It does kind of remind me of those Newsgrounds.
Of what?
The Newgroundsy Flash videos that were made around that time. The way those animations are. But the actual game itself looks fantastic.
Yeah, it's coming out November 25th. So
a final demo out now.
Yeah, if you want to go check out Captain Wayne, go check out Captain Wayne. Let's see. Jump Space went into early access, so we got a launch trailer for that. I actually bought this and played it and found it to be less fun than I thought it was going to be. So
that's a shame. Did you play it with anybody?
No, I only played the prologue.
Oh, okay.
But it just it also like didn't run very well, and I was like, maybe I'll give it a few updates and try to see if it smooths out. Yeah. For anybody who doesn't remember, this is like that. It's like 4-player online co-op where you're flying like a spaceship and you can kind of jump off of it. There's been a few games out there that are kind of like this. This one looked a little bit more art style. It also had a lot of like first-person shooter PvE components to it that I thought would be, you know, more what I wanted to do, as opposed to like a PvP game or something. And it looks pretty solid. It just, I don't know, it didn't run very well, and I had to, even when I turned off all the DLSS and stuff, it was still just kind of choppy and blurry, and I was like, I don't know. I didn't look as good at this trailer on my computer. So
that's the thing. A lot of these like early access ones, like, look how perfect this is, and then you play it and you're like, it's not optimized, it's worth a shit.
Yeah. So I'm gonna hold on to it. I mean, I've been a big fan recently of stuff that looks like it has potential, and then like you come back to 2 or 3 years later and it's in 1.0 and you're like, oh yeah, it's great now.
This is definitely feels like it's gonna be one of those games. Yeah, I hope so. I hope it doesn't turn out to just be garbage as it goes on.
People spend 2 years like playing it and being really big fans of it when it finally comes out, and let's see. Oh, I put these in the different order. Okay. Avatar, everybody's favorite. Avatar Frontiers of Pandora is getting a new expansion called From the Ashes.
I assume it's based on the new movie.
Yes, it will be coming out the same day as the new movie, and then it will be basically like an epilogue side story that's not directly connected to the movie, but it's connected to, apparently there's like evil Na'vi now or something. There's like these really aggressive ones.
Well, they're the Fire Tribe one.
Okay,
they're all about fire. And
so the Fire Nation attacked.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Fucking James Cameron.
Literally what it is.
Get the fuck out of here, James Cameron.
They team up with the military apparently because they hate people.
Okay,
so that's the one thing I got from the trailers for it.
Yeah, I think it's at least. I think it's weird that we live in a day and an age, Michael, where there's so many opportunities to have like tie-in video game DLCs or content or just full-on games connected to movies that come out, and no, there's just none.
There is none. This is actually kind of quaint.
Yes,
that this is happening.
Like, motherfucker, I could have made a Fantastic Four game. Like, motherfucker, I could have made a Thunderbolts game. Like, motherfucker, I could have made a Demon Slayer. Well, they already made one of those.
They made one, yeah. But yeah, with a DC game, a Creature Commandos game, a Peacemaker game.
Sure.
Any number of things on the DC side.
Yeah.
And all we get are like phone versions of those games nowadays.
Yep. Probably could have sold something good. So, hey, you know what? At least it's not only is it like, oh no, wait, sorry. Let me back up for a second. The one that always gets to me is how they couldn't have done something for Fallout that came out the same time as the show.
No,
like, fuck
not
you,
even,
man. Are you kidding me?
Not even for
like,
the 76 that doesn't have anything in it.
Yeah, they have apparently they have a full-on Fallout 3 remake they've been working on. It's like, dude, time it. Maybe they're timing it for season 2.
When does this come out? Did it say?
December 19th.
Okay.
Which is apparently the same day as the movie. So
good for you guys who like this franchise.
I wasn't entirely sure whether it was a paid DLC. I think it might be.
It might be.
Yes. It'll be priced at $25.
Oh damn. Okay.
For people who already own the main game.
Okay. Maybe there's like a bundle or something.
Yes, there'll be a bundle that has both the game and the thing. But hey, you know what? Now all you got to do is do this for a property that I give a shit about because I don't care about the Navi. And the more you try to make me, the more I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna.
I'm good.
I'm gonna dislike this even harder. Speaking of games, this is a better segue from the other one. Speaking of games that are in 1.0, Slime Rancher 2 came out last week.
Oh.
Slime Rancher 2 went into full-on 1.0. Looks like a whole lot more Slime Rancher if you like Slime Rancher. So
yeah, pretty much, yeah.
What was weird to me is I was like, wait a minute. Didn't we make a video on Slime Rancher? And we did. I don't think you and I did.
No, it definitely wasn't us, yeah.
I think it was me and Matt. And I was like, well, so doesn't that mean that I own Slime Rancher? And it was like, no. It was on Game Pass when it was in early access. Oh. Now it is out of early access, and it will cost you money because it's no longer on Game Pass.
That's kind of funny. The
pitfalls of Game Pass.
Yeah, that is the downside.
I do like Slime Rancher, even though I feel like I like about 30% of Slime Rancher, and then I get tired of Slime Rancher.
That happens with games like this, yeah.
Because towards the end of this trailer, they're showing all these it's like theme park challenges and stuff, and I'm like, I don't care about any of that. I just want to make the slimes bone slimes.
Now kiss.
Yes. But that's out now. Here's a very strange one. This is a reveal trailer for a game called Animula Nuke.
I think it's Nook.
Animula Nuke. And it's like there's this lady and she's drinking water and she's in her apartment. She's talking about how she wishes she was smaller. And then she gets turned into like a child. And then she gets shrunken down. And now she's going to play an Animal Crossing game in a world that's like a craft world on the floor of the apartment that she lives in. So not like outside in the world, but like it's like a city made out of like cardboard, bottle caps and stuff.
Look, this is all fun and games until your landlord's like, where are you? I need the rent. What is all this shit on the ground?
Yes.
I'm going to call an exterminator for all these little things.
And then apparently there's you go on expeditions out into the world with people. So they have like a piece where they show several characters like rolling down like an actual, like an outside, and rolling down like a river, shooting down like little flowers for stuff. There's another place where they show them like they're always apparently
like a park,
tiny, where there's like a little picnic thing, but it's also like a place you can go to, and they're kind of jumping on top of like flowers to get over there. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
This feels like a fever dream.
Yeah. But then it's also got all the Animal Crossing, build a house, put in your furniture, do whatever you feel like. And I'm like, okay. I didn't understand Infinity Nikki either.
That's true.
So
we didn't really understand that thing.
That's just beyond my ability to understand.
I'm sure somebody's going to like this. I don't know who it is, but I'm sure somebody's going to like this.
Yeah. The other thing that was weird, though, is like inside of the house, the first thing that the person places is like a large screen TV with like separate, like fancy speakers. And I'm like, isn't this like a cozy, quaint, like I'm like a little mouse living on the floor. And then it's like, but I need my fucking Samsung TV.
I need my shows, Jeff. Gotta find out what happens on Gilmore Girls or whatever.
I mean, it's like the graphics are all very nice. Like it looks pretty. But it's just so out of my comfort zone. I'm like, I don't understand what the fuck. But I even understand like, oh, I want to be little, I guess. But then like, why is the city like made out of cardboard in their living room?
Yeah.
Why isn't it like a different place?
There are other people there.
Yeah.
So were they there the whole time?
I don't know. I don't know the answer to any of these questions.
Does she own this place?
I don't know.
I have too many like real world questions about this place.
Do you still have to pay rent?
Yeah. And somebody's gonna call the cops that she disappeared. Yeah. So
very weird. Animula Nook. Check it out. Let's see. Speaking of real weird farming games, Power World, after telling us that they were going to be going radio silent until they got 1.0 put out, Power World announced Pal Farm, which is just what you think it is. It is it is Animal Crossing. It is Animal Crossing. It is Harvest Moon with pals.
Yeah, there's not a lot. Like, and it's like. It's from like an over-the-top view, even more.
It's kind of got like a tilt shift, FOV, And yeah, you're going to the shops and you're buying stuff from pals.
And there's clearly a lot of work was put into this, by the way.
Using pals to do stuff.
Can you sleep with the pals?
I don't.
Is that one pal that wants to fuck you all over the place still there?
Oh, no, not Gardevoir. Yeah, I forget. It had some name like fucking. Yeah. But also, they show like there's a point where like one of the pals has a chainsaw and is just cutting down the forest. So if you need,
and it's splatted another pal there for a second.
And then like for 1 minute, there's the black market dealer from the pal world. And he's like, "How about a game? I'll go first." And he spins the chamber of a fucking pistol and puts it to his head to do Russian roulette. And, oh, we're back! Oh, it's wintertime.
His eyes lit up too, which is the creepy part. It's so weird.
It was very weird. And that's like one of the bosses. That's like one of the waifu bosses. There's like a thing where they're getting married.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, there's the horny one right there.
Yeah.
So, Pal Farm. Just when you thought it couldn't get any weirder. Here you go.
I can't believe Pal Farm or Pal World is already sold out.
Yes.
Those sick bastards.
Yep.
They're sellouts.
Oh yeah, there's a part at the end where the penguin is trying to like have a conversation with the trainer, and then they like catch them in a Pokeball, which I guess you can do as long as you are not playing a third-person game where you have to aim the ball and then throw it. Yeah. That is the patent that they are being sued for.
Which is a dumb patent, because it should never have happened.
Click on a thing, and then your character pulls a ball out and throws it at another character who goes into the ball. You can't patent that, Nintendo, apparently.
So dumb.
Or something. I don't know. Yeah. What a weird one.
Yeah, that's so weird.
What a weird one. Baby Steps got a launch trailer. It is just as maddening as it was in the demo. A lot of this is focusing on the main character talking to Jim, who wants to help Nate out, and he refuses to because he's too socially awkward to be helped. And then also, this launch video made me feel not so bad because a lot of the footage in this video is just falling in a way where you are erasing a ton of progress. Like,
well, this is the thing I've heard about this game, is that like it's not a lot of people are loving it because of that reason.
Oh, because it's like because it's actually a Bennett Foddy game.
Yeah,
like,
people
art and shit
are having a really hard time with it. Yeah. Like I watched, I was going through my YouTube subscriptions, and it was one streamer that I sometimes watch.
Yeah,
and the literal title was "I gave up on Baby Steps."
Yeah,
and it wasn't nearly as long as the other ones that he normally makes.
Yeah. Well, I think that part of it is that there's like things you can get in Baby Steps, or you could just walk straight forward. But if you try to like do something, like I feel bad. The entire part 2 of the video that Tess and I recorded is us trying to do one thing and failing it for like 35 minutes. Like,
that's
it is
crazy.
Just us trying to get up to this one place where there's a thing that I wanted to look at, and I refused to say no and move on. And so we just end up just completely fucking around the exact same place for like 35 minutes, and then the video ends. And I think that's kind of a good encapsulation of what this game is like. So
yeah, no, it's definitely a game that you gotta have patience type of thing.
Yep.
So yeah.
Let's see. Peak has a new update. This is just a real quick thing. If you want an easier going climbing game, this is a bunch of mini games that they put in the terminal before you go to Peak.
Oh,
so there's like a chess game. There's like a basketball game.
So something to like do before you do the actual thing.
Yeah, there's little mini games that you can do. Also you can do key rebindings. But yeah, basketball, chess set, photo booth, something called Ask Bing Bong that I want to know about. Yeah. Little Gator game is getting expansion, kind of a horror themed expansion.
Oh, okay.
Where you're going into these caverns and there's a bunch of spooky monsters and stuff in here. So if you like Little Gator game, go check that out. It's pretty cool. A lot of like bugs and spiders and stuff. And then last but not least, Michael, I figured I would end on a high note for you. The TMNT Splintered Fate, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Hades game, is getting a big ass update. And one new character. They already added Casey Jones, but now they're adding in Metalhead.
Oh, nice. This game keeps going on sale lately.
I think it's. I've heard nothing but pretty good stuff about it. So.
No, yeah, I think it's just they want as many people to be playing it as they can, so they can keep making updates to it, type of thing.
Yep. They added in, like, since like Hades, he's got like a whole different skill set of the other characters.
We had a lot of fun when we played this.
Yep. Well, I think the reason I was a little bit put off in the beginning, because I think this is one of those ones that was only on the Switch.
That's right. It was used to only be a Switch game.
And I wanted it to just look like it does in this trailer, not like it looks on the Switch.
Yeah.
At like 480p. So...
and yeah, it's a great time apparently. So outside of what we even played.
Yep. So yeah, it's coming out September 30th. All right, let's wrap it up. We just got a couple more quick ones here. 2XKO, it has an official early access release date. That's the League of Legends fighting game.
I still think it's a terrible name.
Yes. You're not supposed to say it like that. You're supposed to say like...
It's 2Cross KO, I think.
2Cross...
Yeah, because for some reason...
2Cross ouchie or something. Like, I don't know.
It used to have the stupidest name ever, which was Project L.
Okay.
I think that was the name of it or something like that, which made everybody be like, that's a terrible name.
So, yeah. October 7th it's coming out. They're also going to be having like a season of it, and then also like some.
Okay.
Apparently, they're going to be trying to get it into like tournaments and stuff.
Yeah, because that's a big way of advertising your fighting game for like longevity.
Yeah,
just to show people, hey, you can have tournaments for this, and it could be like a fun time. The problem is like you got to convince them as well.
Yeah.
To even let you do that to begin with.
I'm curious about this. Apparently, like there's only 9 announced characters,
yes.
And then when season 1 starts, there will be 10. Is 10 too low of a roster for a fighting game?
Nowadays, yes.
2v2, a 2v2 fighting game, no less.
Especially a 2v2 fighting game.
Yeah,
because that's the thing. Everybody was like, "I'm sorry, how many characters are you doing?"
Right, because they have the whole League of Legends roster to work with. Right,
yeah,
so
and they've been working on it for a very long time. Was the other thing.
Yep.
So a lot of people are like, "Well, this if it plays well, it has a chance," because that happens to a lot of like indie fighting games. That's what's weird. Usually indie fighting games have this issue. Where like, for instance, Skullgirls only came out with like about the same amount of characters.
Right.
Type of thing. But that was an indie game that was like kickstarted.
Yeah.
This is fucking backed by like a big company.
Riot.
And you're
Riot
just
Games,
like,
yeah.
You only have 8 fucking characters? It's just weird. I don't know. It's got a chance if it plays well and people really like it.
Yeah.
If it doesn't, it's going to be dead on arrival, in my opinion.
I don't know. I'll be interested to give it a shot, but I'm not the biggest fighting game guy in the world. And then let's wrap it up. There wasn't as much fun stuff, so these aren't quite as good as my normal fun stuff things. So, there's a fan patch that got put out called the Echo Patch that makes the original Fear playable in like a modern way on modern systems.
That's very nice.
Yeah, apparently like Fear was one of those games where if you upped the frame rate, it made everything freak out. So they fixed that. They added modern controller support as well as a few other things. Oh, they also added on a mod so that the flashlight is infinite and you don't have to go pick up batteries for it.
That would be nice.
And I'm like, I appreciate all of that. So
Fear is a game that I wouldn't mind a remake for, like outright. Because it was a fun time.
I never actually finished any of the Fear games.
Really?
Like I played them and was like, oh, okay.
One of them's notorious for a very specific reason. But,
yeah,
everybody knows it. I don't know if that will fly nowadays.
Yeah. Let's see. This is interesting. In all the new stuff that happened, I don't know why nobody told me that there was a Bop It game.
Jesus.
This is like $7 on Steam, I think, because it's just Bop It. And then I think that what happens is that they just like mapped each individual part of the Bop It to different things on the controller.
Oh, okay.
And then you just hit them. And apparently it's also infinite. So like until you fuck up, it just keeps
so you can just go on
going
forever.
and going and going. And
that's
it's
also
also
what it was too, if I remember.
Multiplayer and yeah.
That's pretty cheap too.
$8. $8 on
it's on the Switch too.
Yep. I was like, Bop It, huh?
I used to play Bop It a lot.
But
that was back when, there wasn't a lot of things to do, even gaming wise.
Sure.
There was a lot of like, I think it was like the PlayStation era, I think was one that came out.
But what's interesting here, Michael, is that came out a week from today. That came out like last week.
I'm
this
amazed
Bop
we
It
didn't know
game
that.
came out. If I'd have known that, we would have played Bop It for the RageSelect.
That's the thing. We probably might still do that.
10-minute video for Bop It, you guys. Do you guys want to see a Bop It video?
You want to see Jeff pull it?
They even have the extended one where you get like the flick it, right? With the little green guy, and then you get like flick it.
You remember the yo-yo one they made?
Nope.
They made a yo-yo like Bop It type thing. You had to like do the moves it asks you to do.
Okay.
So you had to do like around the world or do the thing. It made it like, but it was like an easy mode thing because it would just always go up no matter what.
Okay.
So because it was just designed because it was like so people could always do it. I used to just use it as a yo-yo because I was terrible at yo-yos.
Sure.
So it was just a fun time.
Let's see, and then last but not least, somebody got Doom quote unquote running on a $30 vape.
Oh my god.
It's a vape that has like a little screen and it has a power supply, and it has enough compute to basically show Doom. Now, here's a question though, Michael. I think that this might be bunko. Or I think this is bunko.
You think it's fake because of the mouse thing?
No. Because there's no way to input on the vape. I know because in the video, the guy that did this, or the person who did this, I should say, I don't know what they're, Aaron Christoffel, basically shows how they did it. And what they're doing is they literally have Doom running on a computer.
Oh.
And then they're taking screenshots as fast as they can and then displaying them.
And that's what
in real
the
time
USB connection is doing?
On the vape. So I don't think that counts as running Doom on a vape.
No, that's not the same thing.
That's streaming Doom to a vape.
Yeah.
Apparently it didn't have enough memory to be able to get it running like natively on it.
Yeah, that is the actual problem.
So, yeah, too bad. We were so close to being able to. Now, if they just, it would probably cost like an extra $20 to put enough hardware in there.
It wouldn't do much.
And 2 buttons to actually run Doom natively on a vape pen. But
the problem is that the challenge is that it has to be the default thing that's doing it. Yeah. Because if you do that, you can do that to anything.
Yes.
That's the problem with that.
It could be running fucking Battletoads. It could be running goddamn Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah, exactly. Once you change the rules to the challenge, it doesn't work the same way.
Yeah. So I was like, I watched it and I was like, oh, that's pretty impressive. And then as they described it, I was like, wait a minute. That's not what that is.
No, that's not what's happening here at all.
Something totally different.
The lawnmower still wins at the moment.
Yeah.
Like, see, because they're showing streaming other things. So they're
streaming video to it. So anyway, that's it. Michael, I don't know. We might have set a RageSelect record for the most amount of shit talked about in one fucking video. We got through a lot today.
Did you want to talk about what you watched in case?
Oh, no. We're already over time. I'll do it real fast. We'll do the 5-minute version.
Yeah.
I watched Fantastic Four. I thought it was okay. The more I thought about it, the less I liked it. Why can't Marvel make a movie that makes me feel anything? The end. Like, it looked nice. And it made me feel nothing.
I agree.
At all. At the very end of the movie, I was like, okay.
I mostly agree, to be honest. I felt it a little bit, but not a lot.
Chris Evans is the superior Johnny Storm. I will not be moved on this. There's never been a Johnny Storm better than Chris Evans. I don't care if that movie was good or bad. Chris Evans was still a fucking great Johnny Storm. So,
100%.
What about you? What'd you have for this week? You think good? You play anything good? You watch anything good?
I was trying to remember, but I forgot what.
You teed me up for it. So just give it take.
I've been reading the sequel to Kingdom Come that came out a long time ago. Thy Kingdom Come.
Oh.
I'm having a good time with it.
Okay.
I thought I was gonna not like it because I've heard mixed things about it.
I think I have that. Is it like continues with the ghost guy, right? The old man ghost?
No, it was a Justice Society story.
Oh, okay.
Where the Superman from the Kingdom Come ends up in the normal DC universe.
Oh, okay, yeah, definitely.
And it was the sequel by Jeff Johns and Alex Ross that they did together.
Oh.
And they've made a few other Kingdom Come type things that because I know the one that you were talking about, but I don't remember what the name of that one was.
Here at the very because that was like a 4-issue miniseries.
Yeah, the one you're thinking of is like a different one.
Here at the end of the podcast, here comes all Jeff's spicy takes where nobody can see them because they've already turned it off because they got mad at me for talking about fucking something Sonic. I don't like Jeff Johns. I've never found anything that he's ever written that I'm like...
You don't like Superman Brainiac? It is actually pretty good. That's one of my favorites he's done.
I don't know. Like, I tried reading a lot of the Green Lantern stuff that everybody wouldn't shut up about, and I'm like, motherfucker can't end.
No.
He can't end.
He can't end to
He
save
doesn't
his
know how
life.
to end a thing. I'm like, fucking...
Because even Superman Brainiac has that same issue.
You and J.J. Abrams need to get together of like, who cares if you build me up if at the end it's just like... And it's like, well, I don't... Fucking, what is this, like season 8 of Doctor Who? I don't give a shit. Like
his Superman stuff is very solid though, in my opinion.
Okay,
but that also has the same issue where it kind of doesn't know how to end.
Yeah,
but it did become one gigantic like story that other people did eventually. So
right on. Michael, where can the fine people find you when you're not over here helping me go over all the news?
You can find me on oneofus.net. We do a lot of movie and television reviews. You can also find me on YouTube under Super Maniacs. The reason I started reading that Kingdom Come is because we just did Kingdom Come in general. We did it in 2 parts. We just talked about
how did that hold up. I was like,
it holds up amazingly. In fact, it's very poignant now, even more so than it was when it came out.
Yeah,
or not more so, because it just shows that some of the same problems are still consistent.
Sure.
In the world, and if anything, it makes Injustice look even stupider when you read Kingdom Come. But there is some DNA from Kingdom Come that I realized is in everything I've ever read past Kingdom Come coming out.
Okay.
In fact, there's even some Injustice DNA, or so Injustice even took some Kingdom Come DNA and put it into their own book.
Yeah.
When you realize it, and you're like, oh shit, this is why Wonder Woman acts like a psychopath,
right?
Because they did that a little bit in Kingdom Come, type of thing. So there's a lot of cool stuff about that made me like really happy. By the time it was done, I'm like, I appreciate it's even more than I did at the time.
Right on.
When I first read it.
Hey, I gotta say it. If you're all the way here at the end, patreon.com/RageSelect, please help me out. $5 a month is all it takes. We're the Patreon's low, and you heard me talk about the price of Xboxes. Xboxes are super expensive. I know I already have one, but who knows? What if it breaks? What if anything happens? What if anything happens? So if you enjoyed the podcast and you want to keep hearing it, a little money will go a long way. $5 a month is all it takes. Please don't make me have to do ads at the beginning. I really don't want to.
We're talking about dick pills mostly.
Oh God. Oh God. No dick pills. No dick pills. I'm not doing Hims sponsorships. That's it. Get out of here.